I guess it helps if you turn the mic on, right? Three, two, one. We're back in the room. Sorry about that. Did realize I was talking to myself because my mic wasn't on. Cheers, everyone. Happy Friday. Oh, yeah. What do we need to have behind it? My hand? Oh, that's funny. It doesn't pick it up. Yes, because it's out of shot. Right, let me adjust that. So, anyway, good afternoon. Happy Friday to you all. The end of the week for most, for some. My little bottle of beer, my guilty pleasure for a Friday. Yes, let me move this over a tad. Okay, and in fact, no, I'll leave it on this side and just confuse everybody. Okay. Magic. So, yes, what will we talk about today? As I started saying earlier on, one of my members in Discord is talking about his tar and his crypting situation. In fact, he wasn't talking about that originally. He was talking about the amount of speed ups he had. Now, that wasn't speed ups, March speed ups. That was speed ups to increase the speed of your academy research, training troops, etc., etc. And really, it was mentioned by somebody that an important and integral part of getting speed ups is being in a productive clan. And obviously, the bigger the clan, the more the speed ups, and that comes from crypts. I know somebody mentioned on Discord as well that the level 20 epic crypts give the best gifts, or the best, what would we call them? The best thingies. And speed ups are one of the things that you obviously get in that. Now, I know when I was in RRN where I am now, before I left previously, we did a little bit of a check and a test on it to see if that was the case. And level 20s for sure were giving a better gift structure compared to the 25s, the 15s and the 30s. So obviously they are less points in regards to what you would be bringing in for your clan on chest points, but they definitely give a better gift structure than the other ones. Now let me just find my chat because I popped it out there and it is now gone. There we go. HPR, welcome to you, my friend, and a happy Friday to you too. Any plans for the weekend, or are you just going to be doing more of the same? Rinse and repeat. Play Total Battle. Give out about it. I managed to get my stream working first time today for some reason. I don't know why that was. No glitches. No issues underneath my desk. Something doesn't seem right down there, but yeah. I don't think it's anything serious. Not for now, anyway. So yeah, everything worked perfectly today and started as I hoped it would. I think it's the actual order with which I open them. But anyway, that's nothing to do with the game Total Battle. So let's see who we get in today. You're dealing with an unexpected move and need to pack and plan, but it's an adventure and I'm excited to move out of state. Very good. Excellent. That'll keep you busy for over the weekend for sure. Are you moving north to south, east to west? Colder climate to a milder climate, or vice versa? Don't mind me, I'm just being nosy. You can tell me to fuck off. Cheers. I must leave the label turned that way actually, and anybody from Italia may recognize this brand of beer. Birra Moretti. Hope I did that justice. Hopefully we'll have a few people in today from the Discord server that may want to ask a few questions, but it is busy on the Discord server right now. Snicky P, shout out to you. If you don't get onto the stream, you are certainly helping the guys out there. Thank you for that. Sorry, I'm just reading what's been said here in the Discord server. I assume everybody who's on here now is a member of the Discord server. If not, pop over and say hello. Southern USA, where it's summer right now and feels like an oven due to the crazy humidity. Yeah, it's crazy down there. I can only imagine what it's like now. Going to Chicago, the Windy City, Illinois in the Midwest. Better summers, but colder, snowy winters. But it is nice to get seasons. I think you'd agree with me, right? I know I just had a couple of trips over to Spain, and we were down around the Malaga area, and it gets cool at night, but not cold. You don't get any snow over there. In fact, well, you would get snow up the mountains, but not obviously in the south of Malaga near the coast. But it is just nice to have seasons. It's nice to be able to pull a duvet over your head on cold nights, or wrap up and go outside and kick the snow about, isn't it? It's yeah, I'm sure you'll be grand. They're well. I'm sure they're well set up for it over there. If they're anything like New York and Boston, I believe they have to sweep their streets, and they have to keep all the ice and snow off the paths, etc., etc. I believe you can get fined if you don't do that. But I have no doubt they have great snow wheels there, snow tires, more to the point, snow and ice tires, which are studded. So that would probably make it a lot easier to drive in the snow. But just take it easy. Driving is tough at the best of times. Yeah. I'm sure they don't get that much snow, but I'm sure they keep the roads in good nick compared to over here. Jesus, we get 3 inches of snow and people they go mental. They just don't know how to drive in the snow over here because we don't get it. So it's like, wow, look, snow. I'll go out and drive at the same speed I normally do, and you end up with accidents all over the place. All good. But I'll be WFH for the next few months. FH. You will have to explain WFH to me. I'm not of the is it Gen Z or Gen X generation? I'm not a young one, not anymore. Work from home, okay. Yeah. Sorry, some of this stuff is lost on me. I know AFK, that's away from keyboard. AFK, away from keyboard, and a few other little ones, but no, I won't get them all. WTF, I know WTF. After dinner, I'm here also. Guy X7. I'll just call you X7. I know. Welcome back, my friend. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream this evening. Already planning for snow tires. Yeah, very good. And that's how Atlanta is. Work from home. Well, that's good too if you can. If you're in a business or a firm that allows you to work from home, then brilliant. Means you can spend more time on this stupid game. Lol, be happy 3 inches. Didn't see that in 10 years. Yeah, I know. We don't really get snow here in this country. Very rarely. And it's coming at strange times now. We used to get it. There was the odd time there was an outside chance that you might get a little snow on Christmas Day or in and around Christmas. But wow, now we get the snow here sometimes in March or April even. We've actually had snow at Easter, which is kind of crazy. Now that's a once off. It might snow and then you'd have maybe a foot or something like that. And that would be as much as you'd see and then it'd be gone in a couple of days. But yeah, winter gets later and later every year. Sakumji, however you pronounce that. Hello and welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. So guys, don't be afraid to get involved, and if you want to post any questions up, I will probably just chat more or less and maybe do a bit of crypting while I'm here today. As I say, I might just tell the guys over I might just tell the guys over on Discord that I am streaming live now, and I might get a couple of them to pop in. Now, how do I actually... That's not something I've done before, actually. Can I get a link to my stream? Surely I can. Stream settings. Where is it? Yeah, how would I do that? I've never done that before. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just talking to myself here like a madman. What did you do with your Seasonal Kingdom account now that they can be moved? I brought it to there. That's my Seasonal Kingdom account now. Yeah, I moved it here, and let me move it over there a bit. Zoom in. Yes, so that is my Seasonal Kingdom account there. It's up to 315 million might. I'm doing okay. I'm nearly at the 29 trillion required. No, sorry, 290 trillion. Is it 290 trillion? No, it's 29 trillion required for the second gift in Seasons Legacy. But yeah, I haven't been doing too much on it. And as for my main, I will never get there. The first one obviously was fairly straightforward. All of the saved up XP packs that I got, I managed to use them on that. So that was pretty much instantaneous. And then I'm nearly halfway across on the second tier, but I'm going to start pushing that a little bit harder now next week and the week after. It was 23 days, so it's what's that, 14, 7, 3 days, 3 weeks left. A little bit over 3 weeks left, so I should at least get this one. But the points on this are crazy. For T9, Tier 9, meaning you have all of the 9s, the specialists, the guardsmen, the siege engines, and the monsters. 994 trillion is just crazy. Just to get a selection of artifacts, pieces, captain pieces, and gear. It's just ridiculous. And yeah, I won't even go on about the next one. It's crazy. You need 2 gazillion points. Anywho, that's what I did. Your Seasonal Kingdom count is G8. Yes, it is G8, correct. I only went as far as G8 on my seasonal, and M8 and S7. But I've been working with my seasonal. That's the reason I brought it here. was I could do some CP runs. So I've been doing CP runs daily, so I should be able to hit S8 now shortly, and that obviously making another big difference to pushing on and getting the last points. So I should make it to the third prize on the seasonal Kingdom Alt, but as I say, on the main one, it's crazy. So hopefully we'll have a few more people dropping in and saying hello from the Discord server. I know a lot of you have joined it, and oh yeah, that's where I can get the link from, isn't it? No, that's the old one. Anywho, yeah, I know a lot of people who joined the Discord server, and there's a few very friendly and nice members on there who are happy to get the chat going and keep the chat going, and that's what it's all about. There's no point in jumping onto a Discord server if you're just going to kind of sit around and not chat. Same thing you do with a clan. Just imagine it like the Discord server for Total Battle Complete Guide is a big friendly family clan. You can of course swear in there from time to time. I do have the moderator settings quite low for swear words. We're all adults in here, okay? So I'm not going to be giving out to people if they want to say fuck or other things. Just obviously don't swear at people. That's not so nice, right? You do CP runs against higher guardsmen players. Yes, HPR. So I obviously have T9. Now, the way I would do it, and I will do it. In fact, tomorrow is Ruthless Slaughter. And I'm not going to be here, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would spend a good few hours working on that because it's Silver Revive. And I do have a fair bit of silver still left in my Seasonal Kingdom account. So that would have been handy. I know I could do a bit this evening because it starts tonight and obviously it runs overnight. So I might get a couple of hours later on, and I'll just attack whatever there is to attack. We'll be doing vaults actually shortly. So yeah, in 20 minutes the vaults will be starting. What else? Authority Rush actually ends too. I don't have any points to spend. I suppose I could do 2 refreshes. Give the refreshes to the clan. At least they still work as a chest. But yeah, so you're better off doing CP runs against the highest guardsmen you possibly can, or at the very least 1 higher or 2 higher than you are. But yeah, get higher guardsmen. You can attack against specialists too, but it's more costly because the specialists cost a little bit more to make, if I remember rightly. Now, don't want to actually, just to clear up a little point. Last week on my stream, I said something that was slightly incorrect. I don't know where I got that information from. It eludes me right now. But I stated incorrectly that when you don't kill an ancient in the Rise of Ancients event, a Tin Man, Bob, or whatever you like to call it in your clan, it does not, in fact, go up another level for the next one. So let's just say you couldn't kill a level 30. The next one that's summoned will be another level 30. What is bad, however, about not killing it is the fact that you will have wasted, and all your clan will have wasted so much resources, i.e. troops, silver, maybe even gold on revive of Mercs monsters, and possibly silver troops where you shouldn't really revive. But you will not get the benefits of the total chests for a kill in the epic event. So that's just to clear that up, that little fact. And thank you for making that point and correcting me on that. I think it was Ishmael. Where are we now? Your SK account is CP runs. What is your community called on Discord server? It's basically we're Total Battle Complete Guide, and that should get me there. Let me see. I keep putting up invitation links here. I can do it again, but for some reason people say they expire. But I can edit the invite link, and I've done that every time for it not to expire. So I don't understand why that happens, but here is, actually I wanted to do that. How do I get that now? Use copy button, copy and paste, Control V. So that's an invite there to the Discord server. If you click on that, you should be brought to the Discord page, and you'll be able to join the server there. So yes, all good. Now get my chat back. Where's it gone? There we go. Snow in our island. Curve is a day off. Yeah, very good, Robert. I tell you, it's not far from that over here in Ireland as well. The whole country just tends to lose their minds when snow arrives here. That's like they've never seen it before. But like I say, we get to a little of it. But yes, I totally understand what you're saying, my friend. And welcome to the stream, by the way. So just to go over a couple of things that were being discussed or talked about on the Discord server there today. One of our players who has actually come to the kingdom I'm in now and is getting on very well, has grown in might and obviously valor points and increasing their troop levels. But they are having problems getting and keeping speed ups. And by speed ups, I mean speed ups for your research, for your academy research facilities, for your academy research thingies, as I said earlier on. So basically, when you select, obviously I'm totally up to date on this, so there's nothing I can do. But when you click on one of these and you have to increase the level of it, you need to use a certain speed up. And the only way really to get those speed ups is through chests in your clan. So you do need to have an active clan. That is important. Without an active clan, obviously a lot fails in this game. It's just very important to be in an active clan. There's two people off the Discord server actually and previous YouTube videos that they watched and reached out to me and wanted to know where they could go or what possibilities there were for them to be able to increase and grow. So they both, as I say, came to K113. I've settled them in active clans, and they're both really, really happy with how they're getting on. But speed ups are obviously going to be a problem when you pile through them. You know, you run out of them. You just have to wait for a couple of weeks for them to build up again. Obviously, having Aurora for buildings and Farhad for let me just send reinforcements here. Sorry, 1 second. A day in the life of you and you. I'll leave him with battle gear on. Oh, they were just scouting. I'll see if they come back. So yeah, sorry. As I was saying, I have to just wait and see now if they do come back. Yes, so speed ups, basically you will need them and you won't get them unless you're in a decent sized clan. Sully, the very man I was talking about. How are you today, my friend? How are you getting on in Maine? Are you enjoying your time there? Like I said, they're probably a little bit quieter than they were in E, but yeah, they're good. They're a good bunch of guys. I can't give out about them really. What level of Tin Man does your clan summon? Good question. Let me just see if it is here. Can I see Ancients? No, I don't think I can. Or maybe I can see it from the last one that was killed. Can I see it from the last one? I don't think I can. There was somebody told me one time how I can see what Tin Man it is. He's like I think he's about 1.3 or 1.4 trillion, so whatever level that is, I'm not 100% sure. Excellent. I'm delighted to hear that, Sully. It's good to get in a clan and grow, and when I move again, I'll be moving to somewhere that you will be able to come and grow even bigger. So the world is your oyster, my friend. And cheers, by the way, it's the weekend, nearly. Yeah, what else? Yeah, let me do a bit of crypting while I'm here, I suppose. I may as well do something useful. So let's swap in my Captain Carter, who has 3 pieces of legendary. Isn't it legendary? I think it's legendary. And the next one up is godlike. No, it's not actually on this. What is it? Let me know, guys, if that music's too loud for you. If it is, I can make an adjustment. It is Ascendant is what I have on him at the minute, but I'm working up to get a godlike. That Omniscience gear is really good on Captain Carter. And obviously if you compare it with the godlike gems and the godlike enchantments, all in all, he's going to be able to crypt really, really well. And then obviously there's the Torch of Olympus, which reminds me, I could upgrade that, but I don't know if it's really worth it at this stage. I don't know if the exploration efficiency really improves much. I know it doesn't improve much once he gets to 300, but I'm sure the artifact makes a bit of a difference to it. Your Tin Man should be 87 or 88. Okay, so ours is probably around 36 or 37 at a guess now. Obviously I can find that out. Maybe you can find that out in 10 minutes, can I? Can I find that out from Ancient's Treasure? No, I don't think I can. I think it has to be... Somebody showed me, or somebody told me before, how I can find out what level your Ancient will be. And I can't remember what that was. But I'm sure somebody will come in and put me right. That's what you wonderful people are here to do. Yes, so you will have a good fight against the Tin Man this time. How are you getting on, actually? What are your hits like currently on the likes of Doomy and what else do we have? Armageddon. Did you get your hero up a few levels, Sully? Yes, so you did see a video on me and I was talking about setting up a new clan, and between the jigs and the reels, as we say over here, it kind of didn't make sense because there was going to be such a broad range of members wanting to come to the clan. So there was members that would have been in excess of 300 and 400 million might. There was also then members who would have been under 3 million might. And the reality of that is you kind of have to grow in a clan that is similar to your size, because obviously everything is specific to your size and the growth and the speed at which you can do operations and you can crypt, and what citadels you can attack, and what reinforcements you can give to clan members, and how many points you can get in the Tin Man or Rise of Ancients event. So it really didn't add up at the end of the day, and I took the decision to move to a kingdom that there were many sister clans, that there was places where a 1 million might city could join, and where a 300, 500, 600 million might city could join, and they could obviously work in tandem with the clan that was already set up there. So as I say, I'm on K113 for the time being. There I will probably pull either my alt account, my Seasonal Kingdom alt account, or my main account out at some stage and move on. I haven't just decided where yet. But yeah, it will be... Look, that's what this channel is good for. That's what the Discord server is good for. If I have enough people asking to join clans and they can give a brief oversight or overview of what Johnny, welcome, my friend. How are you? If they can give a brief overview of how they are playing in the game, what their character levels are, how well they can hit Tin Man, etc., etc. There's no reason why we couldn't use my server and the YouTube channel to be able to fit players into clans that will suit them. You know, if you are in a clan and you're not doing enough work and somebody wants to kick you out, you know, even people like that who wouldn't spend the same amount of time that maybe 60 or 70% of us would in the game, they still want to have a clan to be able to be a part of. And it's simple enough and straightforward enough to find clans like that where there's no pressure and you don't have to do X, Y, and Z, and you don't have to get a certain amount of points every week or month, and you can literally just play the game for fun, and you still need to be in a clan. If you're in a clan, it's all just easier. Even the clan bonuses that you get are worthwhile. Do you know what I mean? So, like I said, that's what this server is for. That's what I'm all about. That's what the plan was behind setting up Total Battle Complete Guide. I know there's videos out there and there's videos in there and there's people are doing videos and people are doing YouTube streams and doing some things wrong and doing some things right. But it's all about any of the players who are out there and doing what I'm doing. Really just hats off to them, because it's just nice to help the community and let the community feel like there is something there to guide them a little bit better than Total Battle does. Yeah, I know they've started to make new videos now and they're trying to make things, I don't know, they're trying to maybe explain the game a little bit better, but they're doing a pretty shit job given the fact of the millions that they're making off this. I have no doubt it's in the millions at this stage, but anyway. I'll send you a report, but yes, do send me a report. Oh yeah, you probably just did actually. I got that report, I just won't open it yet for players' anonymity. We like to keep something private, right? So, Libertarian, hello there, welcome and thank you for joining the stream today. Lower level player, G2. What is the better/best first hero for someone who is not looking to attack other players? That's a good question. And I will preface it with a question. What is the clan like that you are in currently? How big are they? How many larger players are there in the clan? And how many active bonuses do they have running at the same time? For example, do they always have the strength and health bonuses running? Do they always have the food creation bonus running? Do they always have the silver creation bonus running? That's just a question I need an answer to first, and then I'll give you a suggestion. I said 183. I'm in 184. No, I'm in 113. Sorry, 113. 113, not 183. Sagumi, you're in K177 and the kingdom has too much politics, so I'm planning to move out. G5, M5, S5. Sully, take care, mind yourself. Have a good evening, my friend. Yeah, look, Sakumzi, sorry, I can't pronounce your... I should just call you Saki, right? Yeah, you could, of course, move out. Again, there's kingdoms out there that would suit you very easily. Do you know what I'll do, actually? I will set up... you're on Discord, I assume, Saki, and I will set up a room that will be for rehoming, or I won't call it rehoming. Well, it is rehoming. I'll make a channel for rehoming players. How about that? And obviously you can put in there what your just as you did, what your guardsman level, specialist level, monsters level, maybe a points level for the amount of points you can hit Tin Man for, Rise of Ancients, and maybe what your character, what level your character is, and how much tar he uses, if he can one-shot at level 15, a level 20, a level 25. So yeah, that'd be a good idea. And for sure, you can put all your details in there, and we can see if we can match you up with a friendly clan in another kingdom. Politics, you're always going to get that in some clans, especially the bigger ones. Bigger ones are all about politics, and just people don't get on, and I suppose it's life, right? People don't get on sometimes, so the people have different ideas about how they want to play the game. And that's why you can move around. You're a free entity. All you need is the gold to be able to move kingdom. And obviously you can do that every 37 days. 70 clan, about a quarter, 1 out of 4 high levels. Not entirely sure about the amount of clan bonuses. So to see the clan bonuses, if you click on the plus sign on the right of the screen, you've got your personal bonuses there, okay? And underneath that you have clan bonuses. And you will see then at the top it says active, and there's army health, army strength, march speed, and food production. Now that is reliant on the amount of forts that you can have with your clan, and that just depends on the amount of members that you have in your... Sorry, the bonuses aren't reliant on that. You can only ever have 4 forts. The bonuses are reliant on the amount of members that you have in the clan. I believe you can have a 5th bonus. No, maybe I'm thinking about something else. Anyway, they are your active bonuses. If you go in there to clan and have a look there and see, you'll be able to see what bonuses are active currently. A lot of clans, and I don't know why we're not doing it. Oh, I did it this morning. Normally a lot of clans will only have 3 bonuses active. That's because they've only got 3 forts active, and that's because they're keeping a pocket fort in case outlaws or in case of attacks on their capital. Johnny, good evening, my friend. How the hell are you keeping? You're welcome, Saki. I hope that helps. And for sure, that would be a good way of bringing in some members. I wonder where I'll put that now, actually. Don't be afraid to chat there. Anybody who's just joined the stream, we don't bite. We're all friendly in here. And we might even learn something ourselves today. Ask me a question, introductions. I'll probably have to make one. What will we call it? So it's going to be a new community channel. Create a space, text. So we go with text. Ali, how are you? Hope you're all well and enjoying this wonderful Friday evening in the sun too. Yes, it is glorious. It's nice to see it. We get little enough of it in my country and your country for sure. For damn sure. Happy Friday to you, my friend. I'm on the Moretti today. Cheers. Looking forward to any video regarding each captain and different setups. I know. Johnny, I've been busy. I thought it was all finished when Seasonal Kingdom ended, and that was it. I was going to get back to a normal life, and it was all going to be nice and quiet. Unfortunately, I moved to K113 at the time, and that has just given me even more work because I'm a superior here now, and we're just trying to straighten out the clan and get everybody singing off the same hymn sheet, so to speak. So yeah, I will get back to videos as soon as I possibly can, but when I do have a spare couple of hours, I like to just jump on a live stream, to be honest, because at least I see the feedback straight away. We can chat about stuff, and it's a bit more fun. It's more fun for me. When it comes to cutting videos, I have to do all the editing. And what I probably will do on the videos, just as regards that, is I am seriously considering just running videos unedited. So in other words, I'm not going to be putting in all circles and squares and triangles and smiley faces and all sorts of crap and sound effects. I'm just going to literally cut the video and take out any blurb that's in there that doesn't need to be in there and just run at it like that. I think that'll work the best. Yes, thanks for noticing. I was at the barber's yesterday. Have to try and keep myself looking a little bit young. What else are we saying here? Good evening, hope you're well. Friday, looking forward to video recording. Yeah. Libertarian, currently my clan bonus is army strength and troop training speed. I'm not sure how often the bonus applies. Normally a clan will always keep them running back to back, especially if you've got a a positive and what was I going to say? A positive and active set of superiors and or leader. They will always check for things like that. For example, the clan wealth, when the wealth chests come available, they have to be taken as fast as possible because it means then it starts the new timer. But in relation to what you're saying is active, I would probably suggest to you that a good first hero to have is Haemon. The reason I would say that is because he doubles any clan bonuses that are active. So in the case that your clan bonus is army strength and troop training speed, it means that you will get a double bonus to whatever the clan bonus is. And that means your army strength will be a little bit better. Your troop training speed will be a little bit faster. If they put something on like silver production bonus, then your silver production bonus will increase again above what the clan base one is. And then maybe something like food production, but you're probably not at the stage of food production yet. So basically any of the clan bonuses double if you use the hero Haemon. When you're starting off at the very start of the game, I know another channel YouTube guy suggested that Nectarius was the best hero. To be honest, I think Nectarius is a waste of time, a waste of $1 million, or a waste of whatever you're going to do if you were buying a pack. And the reason I say that is if you have a look at your sacred potions, okay, for example, you can see here that I've got 25.5 million and the capacity is 8,000, okay, and the production speed is 84 per hour. Now let's just say I was to switch to Nectarius. Straight away he's not going to be doing anything because I have exceeded the capacity of sacred potions. On the flip side of that, if you had Nectarius, you'd have to be waiting overnight to gain 8,000 or whatever the maximum is that he can create. And that's just wasted time when you could be using somebody else. For example, let's just say your clan bonus that was active was resource production or tar production. Again, overnight, or research speed. All of those are doubled. So really, Nectarius for me is a waste of space. I don't see why anybody would really want him. So my opinion for you is get Haemon. Somebody else would probably come and disagree with me now, but I think you said you were G2, right? So given the fact you're G2, I think Haemon is a good set for you. You could go down the route, the line of getting Thaddeus or Meriones, but you're not strong enough yet to choose Meriones. And basically his boost on armor is 1.5 times whatever your armor for a full set. But you're nowhere near that because you won't have been able to make armor like that yet. Thaddeus basically increases your leadership, which means you can take more troops into battle. Again, if you were attacking epics daily and you're maybe up to G4, G5, I'd say that's probably the time to consider getting Thaddeus. But for now, honestly, I think Haemon is the job for you for sure. Where else? Thank you, my dear. Good evening. During COT, is it possible to switch your hero to Farron and use the delegation bonus after the event starts? Yeah, of course you can. Just make sure that you are outside of the debuff for changing your hero. So let's just say you had selected Ulrich, for example, an hour before the event started. That means you'll have to wait until an hour before it ends. Or let's say you selected Ulrich in the middle of Clash for the Thrones. Or Clash for the Throne, you would then have to wait until, again, the middle point of the voting period. But you can literally change them right up to the last minute. That's very straightforward. Yes, you can do that. Where else are we? Cheers indeed. Cooking venison shortly. Oh, sounds lovely. Delish. How are you? I presume you're going to do that on the pan with a bit of butter. Oh, you have my taste buds tickling now, Ali. Yes, venison. It's been a while since I've had venison. Actually, it was in a hotel. Could have been down the south of Ireland, possibly. Can't remember now. Yeah. Yes, delicious. Prosecco and sitting in the garden for now, enjoying the show. Good stuff. Am I not very... Oh, should I put on some suntan lotion? Is the sun... Which direction is the sun shining? I thought the same thing about Nectarius, yes. Yeah. HPR, there's a cap on the potions. After 6 hours, they stop being produced. He's helped, but gold pass and chests have helped more. Yep, as HPR is confirmed. To me, Nectarius is a waste of space. I'm thinking of switching to Guan Yu so I can do better for CP. Him and Mariones, since I've started focusing on equipment, your G5. The thing about Guan Yu is he is a good idea, but I would really only switch to Guan Yu if you are serious about CP. Now, what I mean by that is if you have maybe 3 or 4 players lined up who can assist you with CP runs every day at an allotted time, then Guan Yu is worth it, because you don't want to keep swapping out heroes, because obviously it's not fucking free to swap out heroes. Thanks, Total Battle. It's not free to swap out heroes. Neve, good afternoon, good evening to you. I hope you're enjoying a glass of wine or something on this happy Friday. It's not great to swap out heroes. If you can, like I said, have 3 or 4 players that you can be guaranteed CP runs with, and do them daily. Just literally CP and repeat, and do it for 2 weeks or whatever it takes, and just keep Guan Yu. But it does mean that you're going to have to leave your shield down, unless you are in the unenviable situation of being able to have a CP city. So basically, if I just switch this on, so basically we have here, I have my city here, and we have our CP city for this particular clan. And I will put troops into here for my Seasonal Kingdom account to attack. If I wanted to do it the other way around and I wanted to attack my Seasonal Kingdom account, I could get him into this clan and move... Well, no, actually, I'll do it slightly differently. If I wanted to get CP runs, I can send my hero and captains to the CP city, and I can log into the CP city and attack whatever the player is that I would be doing CP runs with. By doing that, the attack is coming from the CP city, and therefore it doesn't matter if it's unshielded. I would get to keep my shield. Now that's perfect for CP while you're under a shield. It does not help you during Clash for the Throne, because you will not rank. You must drop your shield during Clash for the Throne. But it is really handy to have a CP city like that and have the login details that any player can take that and go and send their troops to there and do an attack from the CP city, which doesn't have a shield, and you don't have to worry about you losing your shield where you may have hundreds of thousands of silver or more. So yeah, Guan Yu is good. Definitely he is beneficial, gives you first hit. But you will lose a few troops depending on how you're doing it. At the start, in the early days, I was a big advocate of using just one troop type. The way I used to do CP back then, and many of us did, was I would have probably 500,000 or 600,000 G7 or G8 ranged troops, and I would attack a player that only had Koraks or Griffins or whatever the case may be. It would normally always be Koraks. You want to try and hit the top troop in the game. And I would have Guan Yu, and you would get first hit, and you would one-shot all of his Koraks. So that works, but you don't get as much CP as you would if you send your whole army. The flip side to sending your whole army is you are definitely going to have deaths, because you would normally then be hitting a higher amount of Koraks than you would with just one troop type. And basically you get the first hit, but you would then probably have whatever 30-40 hits with all the troops you've sent. Then they would have some hits back and you would have some losses. But like I say, it does give a massive difference in XP and CP. And what else? Firen is a waste unless you're big enough to play pirate. Yes, that's very true. One day, my dear, one day. It's penciled into my calendar. And what else? Aaron at G5 is useful. Until then, don't waste money on new hero. Yep. Yeah, Aaron is good. It's good fun. It's good to go and attack other players. Obviously, you get CP from that. But Aaron really, it comes into her own for when you're hunting for silver. And when you get to that point and you are using Aaron to hunt for silver, I would strongly suggest that you do a little bit of work on your Captain's Drawer. Because as we know, a Captain's Drawer is the guy when it comes to carrying capacity. So mine's up to 310 at the minute. I know one of the guys in my old clan has his up to 435 or something like now, and he that doesn't end. So his carrying capacity is now plus 435%. So I'm sure there's Farons, I'm sure there's Strawers in the game at this stage that are probably 500. I think 5 is the top you can go to, though, right? Yes, Neve. Hi. I hope you're enjoying the weather. G5 should be doing clan CP runs, not individual, so Guan Yu is useless. Yeah, fair point. Unfortunately, though, not every one of us are in a useful clan that has that possibility, and some people may have come across a video like the ones I've done in the past and said, oh, this guy's doing CP runs. Oh, how do you do that? And then they might have a discussion with a few other people in the clan, and they're like, nah, I don't really want to do that. I can't afford the silver. Or I can't make that many troops and whatever. So yes, it should be done in a clan, definitely. But if you can't do it in a clan, it is obviously possible to do it on your own. What am I listening to now? It sounds like Christmas music. July Christmas? Let's have another look. Joy to the world. There we go. Oh yeah. If you're hunting for silver, have a bank. Yeah, that's a very good point. And I suppose when you get to a certain stage, you will want to have a bank. And it's somewhere that you will put your silver after you steal it. Or, as Neve has very rightly pointed out, you need somebody to reinforce you. So if you do attack another city on another kingdom and you've stolen several 100 million silver off a small player even, don't always think that that's it, you're sorted and you can sit and wait and put your shield up after a while. Because invariably, if that player is on or has friends in larger clans, they may find out where you're from, and they can then send or get somebody else higher level than you are to come and steal the silver back, and maybe even some extra that you may have had. So yeah, it's definitely worthwhile to, again, be in a clan. So many reasons to be in a good working active clan. It is so important. My clan has only done one CP run in the 2 months since you've joined. That's why I'm trying to get CP on my own. Yeah, totally understand. I mean, having Guan Yu is good. It's fine, especially if you're hunting CP. But just be prepared. You're gonna need a lot of silver. Obviously, you're gonna need more as you get larger, might wise. So it's just something to keep in mind. I might see if I can fix this microphone. I should really do these things beforehand, but I never thought of it. Perfect. Yes, indeed. Health stacks are also the most rewarding for clan CP runs. Yes, definitely. Probably been a long time since you've done any CP runs, Neve. Well, I presume, of course, you're doing them now, I would imagine. You never answered me. Very upset I was. Yep, that's a fair amount, actually. 2 million. I think they're 3 million here in the clan I'm in now, but the other player obviously is a little bit greedy. Wants more silver. Oh yeah? Brilliant. I presume that was on the G alt. Healthy birds, them. Gara, hello, my friend. How are you? You do indeed give good CP. Her bigger sister, yeah. Yep. Food for thought. Yes, so CP is important for sure. Everybody should be doing it. If you're not doing it, you're missing out on increasing your army modernization. Let's do a little bit of crypting rather than sitting here doing nothing. I may as well keep my clan members happy. Switch to Great Archaeologist. Actually, this didn't update. Now it did. Oh, it's Arachne today. What? I thought it was... I'm a day ahead. Scheisse. I thought it was Ruthless Slaughter. Fuck. Now I'm going to have to hit Arachne for a while. I hate this event. Well, I hate the chest. One lousy chest for fucking 12 stack. Yeah, me too. I hate it more than spice bags. And what else? Hi everyone, laughing as you did. I give good CP. Well, I bring a sister. Yes, sir. Now I have to go check my health bonus. Yes, do that quick. Yes, one lousy chest is all you get for killing Arachne. It's only good for one thing, and that is leveling up your not so fighting captains. Yep. That's it. You've heard it from the Queen. Pups should stay away from Arachne. Hell, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Yeah. Where are we going here? Let's find some crypts. Let's do a few more of these rares. Off he goes on his merry way. He seems to be going quite slow. Carter must have a stone in the shoe or something. All the bonuses are on. Royal bonuses are on. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Who else is online and not saying hello to us in here today? 21 concurrent viewers. Guys, don't be afraid to pop in and say hello, please. The more the merrier. The more we have chatting, the more interesting the chat will become. Not that I have anything against the wonderful people that have already posted. Thank you so much. Eternal love to you. Yes, the weekend. Plan was to do a stream tomorrow, but I am going to a 50th birthday celebration. A few more of these will be had, hopefully, and some good times, good fun and laughs. What are we like actually on this? I was debating whether to upgrade my Torch of Olympus, but I don't think it's going to make any difference to my my tar burn. What's that like actually compared to you guys for level 30, 26.8? Is that good, bad, indifferent? On the Peroni, it's too hot. Yeah, it's too hot for wine. Although, do you know what's nice? Apparently, I was talking to the lady in the wine merchant that I go to the odd time, and she was saying that on a really hot day she likes to throw a couple of ice cubes into her wine. And I said, oh yeah, it's not too bad, but I wouldn't be a big white drinker. And she says, no, I put into red as well. And I was like, you do what? I know red, most people prefer red just at room temperature. It's like for hot-blooded people, you know. But yeah, white, red, yeah. I know I used to have these ice cubes. I know you can get them anywhere in the world, but the little kind of plastic cubes that are filled with water, so as they don't actually dilute the drink. But again, cold red wine, perish the thought. Captains to level up foremost. Currently, I'm heavy on Carter. Yes, stay heavy on Carter. Carter. And if you could get a second one, Carter's twin. Yeah, Carter is so important. Really, really is. As you can see, like there's a level 30 I've just done, 26,000 rare tar. Have the Torch of Olympus on him. Have a good set of gear. I hope to level that up at the next, or at least 1 or 2 pieces at the next Hellforge event. And yeah, full stars, and obviously that's what he brings in from a level 30 rare. But just even from the point of view of a 25, if I can find one, just to show you something, might be interesting, might be not. What? There's no 25s. Panic, inset, onset. Fly, Carter, fly. Just show you something at the end of this, because most people don't realize that crypts not only are good for pieces to make gear, you also get silver from crypts. And when you're doing a level 25 crypt, you invariably will get something like this. So 45,000 times 14 and 15,000 times 8, 10, 150, 130, it's about 600,000 silver I've got from a level 25 crypt. Now I don't know if that, I don't think that changes at all, the silver amounts, if you have better crypt exploration efficiency. And I know it doesn't change if you have the Olympus Torch or not. I'm pretty sure that those silver amounts are just for a level 25 crypt, because I know I was getting something similar to that when I was crypting in Seasonal Kingdom, and I eventually got around to being able to do a 25 in one go. So yes, Carter first and foremost, 5,916.5% health. Sexy. With a good dustan, it's 225 billion per 48,000 birds. It would be better if I had Skadi there, but it'll do. You're right, it will do, because Skadi is overrated. What new captains are they going to bring out in the future? Perish the thoughts. Upgrade G, S or M first at level 7. So Jody, welcome and thank you for joining the stream today. And my opinion on that is always Guardsmen first, Monsters second, and Specialists third. The reason for that is the Guardsmen are going to pack a better punch, and if you're stacking, it won't matter if you've only got level 6 Specialists, because if you're stacking using a troop calculator, hint hint nudge nudge, go to my Ko-fi account and you'll be able to find that for just a $5 once off payment. Now there you go. If you're using a good calculator, you will always have a well balanced stack. And it doesn't matter if you're really even only down to S5 Specialists, you can still stack them in there and get them hit first and let your Guardsmen get repeated hits. So for me, it's Guards first, Monsters second, and Specialists third. That's the way we did it in Seasonal Kingdom as well, just as a thought, and everybody seemed to be on the same page there. There wasn't anybody who disagreed with that idea or plan. Put the old Omni on Tangle and you will clear 25. Yeah, I know, but I just don't like doing that. It's just such a... if you're in a big clan, and yeah, you do have to be pushing, I don't know, 10, 12, 15,000 points in the chest counter, then sure, you will be needing him. I suppose I could do it because I've 227 million common tar there that I'm never going to use, but it's like... you're sending 2 of them as call it laziness. I just don't do it. But that's me. The amounts don't change, but the amount of boxes might increase. I don't think it does, Johnny. No, I'm pretty sure I've done a few checks on that, and it doesn't matter. And just to prove it, let's take the artifact off. Well, no, actually, let's do a second 25 first, and then we will see what we have. We'll do 3. Then we can compare the 3, and then we can... Hey, he's gone to my crypt at the same time as me. Am I going to win? No, I'm not, because they went faster than me. How rude. How rude. Let me see who that was so I can reprehensibly claim chests. Okay, here we go. Eric. Tut, 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 tut. It's all right. It's my leader, so I let him away with it. And what are we saying? Yeah, put the Omni on Tangle, the events. Yeah, like I say, yeah, sure. If I was back in Hype or in a top clan, yeah, I would definitely need to be doing more points than I'm doing with just Carter. I got 8 of the same gem once in rare 30 crypt. Did you? 8? Wow, that's impressive. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, I think 30s. Where is my last 30? 8 of the same one. Oh, in different levels, you mean? So in other words, 3 blue, 3 purple, 3 blue, 3 green, something like that. No, rare crypts are very random. The game is very random, Johnny. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's a mess. Let's find another 25. Actually, why am I looking this way? Coordinates, portals. Let's see if we can find something near here. There we go. All purple. Never seen that before. Not that I don't believe you. There you go, see? From the voice of reason. The game is all mathematical algorithms, not random. You see, except divisions, those are random as fuck. Yeah, that's for sure, yeah. Did you notice actually you were able to say F-U-C-K? Especially for you, because I know you mentioned it the odd time. Somebody else did last time as well. So I took off the moderation for the word fuck in my channel, and now anybody can say fuck as they wish, because like I say, we're all adults around here. We don't give two fucks, and the Irish are famous for fucking saying fuck all the fucking time. And for those who don't like, watch your mouth, princess. Gargle holy water. Someone once said it depends on the tile the crypt is on. Really? Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. And feck, yeah, drink, feck, women, girls, something like that, wasn't it? Father Ted, God bless him. That was a great series. That's travelled pretty much worldwide, I'd say, at this stage. Yes, us Irish people Irish folk are strange. We're perfectly normal to each other, but to others around the world, we are slightly odd characters. And what else did I miss here? Don't change the amount of boxes increase. I got 8 of the same gem. Rare crypts very random. Yeah, the game is random. Yeah, as I was saying, I honestly believe that the game is rigged. And when I say rigged, I mean rigged in a similar perspective to one-armed bandits or poker machines in a casino. They're rigged. There's no mathematical algorithm involved in those. They're rigged for the house to always win. And I would hazard a guess that in reality, Total Battle is the house and it always wins. I'd be very surprised if it's as straightforward as algorithms. There's mathematical algorithms in the way battles happen, but I don't for a minute believe that Total Battle have mathematical algorithms for what you're going to find in a crypt, or when you're spinning that stupid friggin' Wheel of Fortune and you don't get mercs and you spin it 58 times. Like, sorry, there's no rhyme or reason to that. That isn't a mathematical algorithm. Blah, 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 blah. Anywho, let's not get caught up on giving out about Total Battle today, but as we're sitting here watching it. And feck, long live the Republic. JC, howdy doody. How are you, my friend? Thanks for dropping in this evening, this afternoon, this morning, this day. They give you the odds of receiving things in the gift chest. Check it out. Oh no, I've checked it out. I just don't believe it. Not for a minute. That's like somebody telling me, Johnny, that my chance of winning the Euro Millions is 1 in 250,000. That will never happen. That's a little bit like the odds of things happening in Total Battle, in my opinion. I'm sorry, I don't concur with that at all. Yes, it's all mathematical when it comes to killing monsters, etc., etc. But here's a prime example. There's a level 22. Let's say I'm going to attack him with Carter. Oh, hold on a second. Let's go back to my city. Just show you something, because in my mind, okay, a number is a number, okay? If somebody says a number to me, that's the number that I have in my head and the number I'm expecting. So let's go to this level 21 here. I'm going to attack him using Carter, okay? And I'm going to take... What am I going to take? Okay, I'm going to take 97,920 G8 melee guardsmen. Okay, my losses in battle will be 0%. 0%. What is that? Sorry, what did I say? 0%. That's a 0 with a percent sign beside it. In my mind, that's 0. Okay, let's go. Now, if I don't get first hit, let's see what happens. Oh, what's this X that's here before me? What is this magical mathematical algorithm I'm looking at here? Mein Gott. I mean, sorry guys, but you just told me there was 0% of any casualties. I have 84 casualties. Now work that out as a percentage. It sure as shit isn't 0%. So no, I'm very sorry, but Total Battle is a lying piece of crap software. And that's got a little bit heated. Thanks very much. Somewhere 0.0. No. 0% is 0%. You can't click on it and see 0.1, because then you might go, okay, so I might lose some troops here. 0%, if they want to narrow it down to that, then make it so that you can actually see that it's not 0%. I know the reason I didn't have I had losses there was because I didn't hit first. If I had a hit first, I wouldn't have had losses, because I know I would have one-shotted both of those if I had first hit. So therefore I wouldn't have had any losses. But clearly they got first hit. So don't say it's 0%. Say there is a 1% chance of getting losses if you don't get first hit in. Like I say, I won't get hung up on it, but this game cheats players in ways they don't imagine they're going to cheat them. The same way as bonuses work. Bonuses don't stack on top of bonuses when you think they do. Bonuses aren't on top of your top bonus amount. They are on your base bonus, and they go that way. It's stupid, it's sneaky, and I don't like it. And that's my opinion of it all. Which is basically what I... Yeah. No, sorry. Johnny, have you bought shares in Total Battle? What the hell? Are you working for Total Battle? I'm going to out you now. They do like to screw us with rewards. Yep. That's really less than 1%. I know it's less than 1%, but 0 is 0, okay? 0% is 0%. If I went into a bank... No, okay, hold on a second. If I go to buy a car, okay, and on the sign it says I can get 0% interest to pay the car back over 6 months or within 6 months. So the car costs 40,000. If I come back in 5 months and 28 days, the car is still going to cost the same amount of money. They're not going to say, "Oh, okay, well, no, because you used 5 months and 28 days. We're going to have to add a little bit extra on." 0% is 0%. I'm sorry, but that is just math. That is math. You can't get any lower than 0. I did read what you wrote. I read it twice. You said somewhere 0.01%, but it doesn't show 0.01%. I understand that you're saying, which is basically 1,000 out of 10,000. It's the number that gets me. So don't say it's 0% when I go to attack something and say it's 0% because I'm going to kill them all, okay? It's not 0%. And I can't anywhere in that find out where the 0%. The only thing they do actually, if you hover over, it says it estimates the losses. But 0 will always be 0 in my mind. I just think that's a very sneaky way of basically cheating you into thinking you will have 0 losses, okay? So that's what I'm going to stick with today. And if you don't goddamn like it, then don't goddamn listen to me. Yeah. I don't. I'm glad you're not. No, not the troops. The gift rewards from gift chests. Oh, okay. We're on a different path altogether then, right? I'll just shut up so about the 0%. 0%. Fuck me. Yes. Not troop death. Gift chest boxes would give you the odds of what you can receive. I get that. I wasn't talking about that. I was just going into the finer details and the way I see Total Battle cheating players by stating something. You don't hover over it and see that's an estimate. You just see the 0. And then you go, what? I've lost 50 marks because why? You know, it's kind of stuff like that. Just irritates me. It annoys me. It's pulling the wool over the public's eyes. Anywho, back to the fun. How are we doing now? Come on, people. Don't be afraid to come in and say hello to this mad Irish nut on a Friday evening. Or a Friday night, or Friday afternoon, or Friday morning, wherever you are in the world. Sláinte. Yes, JC, I did. If that's the one you're referring to that said if you got into the Seasonal Kingdom, no, probably if it's a new one then because Seasonal Kingdom is over. But it was if you got... Johnny is in GTO, everybody. If he ever puts his coordinates up here, go and pay him a visit. Yeah, no, I didn't hear the new one, JC. If it's different, then they get into a clan, try and get to Superior, and then take over and let them attack and steal all the resources from the capital. They've obviously come up with something new now. They're different. I'll give them that. You know, like I said, the game has been made in such a way as you can play it whatever way you want. Which I will do, and which I have done over the 5 years I've played this game. I've never stayed in one place. I've always moved around. I like to enjoy something in more than one position. There's nothing worse than becoming stale and staying with one clan your whole time in Total Battle. It may seem like a good idea, but you have to move on. The game expects and requires you to move on. Because you will grow, and you will grow at a different rate to other players in your clan, and you will get to a point where you are going to have different needs than what they have. That's the one you heard, yeah. I think that was just put up around Seasonal Kingdom. I don't think that's changed. I haven't heard of anybody who's been foolish enough to fall for that. Nobody gets in, from my vast experience of playing the game, nobody gets into a superior role in a clan having just turned up on the doorstep. I mean, unless you were to be giving them CP runs for weeks beforehand and then get in and say, well, I'd like something in return. Maybe you could make me a superior, you know. But because of the fact that they put that out and everybody had shared it, I think... most clever people had heard about it, and I don't think anyone will fall for it. They'll vet players. They'll know exactly. If somebody new joins the clan, believe you me, she will not be getting into a superior role unless they're buying packs hand over fist for all the clan members out of their own pocket. How am I doing in Legacy? Pretty crap, actually. Again, I asked you that, Neve. Neve, check the admin chat on Discord. I asked that already. I'm getting on crap. I'm not really trying, to be honest. That's not what I'm going to. There I am. Seasons Legacy. Did the first one. That was pretty much just on the back of all the XP packs that I had saved and from Ragnarok, etc., etc. Actually, when is Ragna? Next question. So yeah, I'm not even halfway across on the second. On my seasonal kingdom, I'm 2 trillion off completing the second section, and I will probably manage to complete the third one as well. In this, there is just no way I'm going to work for 2 gazillion 220 trillion points. Sorry, it's nah. I'm not playing the game that much to be able to spend that much time and get there in 26 days or whatever it is that's left. You've the first one done. The first, like, whole 3, all 3, have you? Or just this first one here with the keys? Quadrillion, gazillion, bazillion points, Johnny, yeah. Too many points, Johnny. That's very achievable for a player that has a hero of 460 or 470 million might, and captains of varying 400 to 450, 160, 170 points. They are able to do that because they're hitting epics for multiples of trillions in one go, you know. Follow that calendar chaos. Chat, calendar chaos. Oh, I didn't know there was one there, actually. I'll look for it later. Calendar chaos. Yes, halfway in the second reward. Okay, good. Well, I don't feel alone then. Nice to know I'm not the only one lagging sadly behind. What are we saying? Calendar chaos. Any lowercase letters or spaces? I presume there's a space between calendar and chaos. Has anyone been able to figure out the Olympus cycle? No, but I thought I saw something there the other day when it was out next. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Neve. Actually, I didn't spell it right. No, the Olympus cycle was all over the place, I think, just because of Seasonal Kingdom. But I'm pretty sure it'll go back to its normal cycle then. I know it doesn't show it in the shop. Look, that's something they could just do. Why, again, fucking Total Battle. What is with this cloak and dagger shit of not being able to say when the next event is? It just requires a little bit of code. Like, are you guys that fucking useless that you can't write a little bit of code into a game to let players know these things? Trials of Olympus, same thing. When is the next one on? Oh, click on store, click on rewards, click on main. It should say it there. It's not fucking rocket science. Christ, they make things so hard. Used to play a lot of console games, and if there was a new event coming out, Diablo for example, it would tell you days before it was going to appear. They managed to do with a stupid little symbol over on the side to let us know when the big money spinner that was going to be for them, Seasonal Kingdom, started. Why can't they do the same? They could just have change that little stupid story which I have completed and can't do anymore. This is just turning into a hate fest for Total Battle. Tomorrow I'll be playing chess, checkers, and Mario Kart. There we go. Thank you, Neve. August the 25th. 4 days before my birthday. I'm not getting any younger. Actually, I'm getting emptier though. Okay, I'm gonna go to the fridge and get myself a top up. Don't be afraid to talk amongst yourselves. I will be gone but a parsec. And for those of you who like Star Wars, that's not a very long amount of time. Back shortly. And we're back. God, I'll have to get a bottle fridge in here. Sad, isn't it? You have to make a run to the kitchen just to get a fresh beer. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I was giving out about Total Battle. No, you know, it's just I know I do get very overexcited about things sometimes, but it really just irks me. So much crap in this game that they could just improve on. Yeah. Where am I? Why have I got... oh yeah, dead troops. You know why? Because Total Battle scammed me out of them. Just delete them. Where's my chat gone? Come back to me. How are we doing here? 22 concurrent viewers. Guys, pop in and say hello. Ask any questions you may. We are not all mad scientists in here. There may be stuff we don't know, but if we don't, we will sure as hell try and find somebody who can tell you. Some very knowledgeable and friendly people here, and they do not bite. Not very hard, anyway. Yes, I am getting grumpier. It's warm, Neve. It's the heat. That's why I needed a fresh, cool beer. GTO is a joke. Yes, I would agree with you. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is. It's just a bit sneaky, isn't it? Be a pirate, be an outlaw, but don't do some of those things. They're just not nice. But the game has bred them, sadly. I have no doubt there are some well-known players in GTO. I would have absolutely no doubt whatsoever. GTO stands for Gypsy Takeover. They are a clan that's set up on K220. And they basically destroyed every fort and capital building on K220, and then they set about to destroy similar situation forts and buildings on K219, K222, and somewhere else. Basically, they're just a bit of a scummy clan that likes to push their weight about and cause havoc for as many other clans as possible. Getting grumpier. It's my old age, Neve. That's it, yeah. That's my excuse. Woo! Yes. I can blame my old age on getting grumpier. Where are we? The rant on Total Battle is much needed, lol. Yes, I know. I threaten to leave if I'm not made a superior. Yuck. Princess does. Does what? Threaten to leave? I'll make room for you over here. Well, actually, no. I'm going to be moving. I'm pretty sure I'm moving. Yeah, look, girls, we have to have a chat. Right, come on. Have a chat. That's what I set up the admin group for. You can't make me do these things without telling me what your plans are, okay? What else? The rant. What's GTO? Yeah, so that's what GTO is. I was going to Kevin. Hello, my friend. Welcome and thanks for dropping in. Hello. Do you need to retain your SK accounts after it is finished, or can you just allow them to fall apart? You can, of course, allow them to fall apart. However, what I would strongly suggest is you don't do that. You could do two things with your seasonal account. One is you could make it into a bank that is going to hold silver, that if you find silver off Kingdom, or you have too much silver in your city and you wanted to move it somewhere because you wanted to unshield for whatever reason, by using that, you can basically put the money into that and you have it there in your bank. All you need to do is keep it shielded. The second thing is you could use it to make silver. Turn it into a silver alt account. It doesn't have to be all singing, all dancing, bells and whistles. You just delete all of your mansions, your food mansions bar one, because you do need one. And the rest of those single tiles you build mansions on. And you basically just make silver, and then you can clear it out daily or weekly, as the case may be, depending on how much silver you can have in it until it stops making it for you. So I definitely would not just let it burn away. It is useful for one of those two things. But it's up to you. Yes, if you don't use it, like any account in the game, if I walked away from this for an extended period, my account will automatically just disappear and that will be it gone. So yes, to answer your question, it will just disappear into the ether after a period of time. That period, I'm not 100% sure. It could be 3 months, I'm guessing, but I can't remember exactly. Oh yeah, sorry, Gypsy Takeover. What did I call them? Gypsy Turnover Clan. Like an apple turnover. I'm sure we could come up with some other names for them. How can the player Riffer take down an epic monster of 1.62 trillion one hit? Because the guy is minted. I reckon, I haven't seen Riffer because he hasn't attacked me ever, but I would guess that he probably has at least Beowulf, if not Skadi as well. They're probably both 500 million might. Cleopatra is probably 500 million. Herc is 500 million, and his hero is probably pushing on 500 million as well. And with all of those levels, that means you can carry more troops in one go. So where I might carry enough troops that I could train for 12 to 15 hits, he could probably carry the 12 hits that I make for 12 separate hits in one go. So that's basically, it's just down to the amount of troops he has. But apart from that, he generally would have thousands of mercs, I'd say, as well. I can't imagine he's just using, plus his artifacts. So he probably has both the Forest Crown and whatever artifacts that there are available. His Ifrit Lord's Belt is probably upgraded. So look, his strength hitting power would be massive compared to what, even a 1 billion might player would be. And that's how he can do it. GTO are good for robbing. Are they? Yeah. Yeah, I know. GTO, Gypsy Takeover Clan, is run by Oxide, who is just bored in the game and gathered people who like to be assholes. I'm all for war, but they just pick on the weak. Pathetic. Hear, hear. Something we agree on, for sure. GTO is the future of this game. GTO is probably the reality of this game, yeah. And I would ask the question, I would perish the thought, what happens when we end up with maybe 20 or 30 GTO clans that do just what they're doing? Because I do know that people have left the game, albeit smaller players, but people have left the game. That is a loss of revenue to Total Battle, and I wonder how long they will let it go before they make something possible to prevent things like that from happening. What they could do, I don't know. Closing kingdoms. A closed kingdom is a closed kingdom until it opens. When it opens, everything happens. Everybody attacks a kingdom that's only newly opened. This idea of being able to prevent a clan maybe over a certain maximum might of being able to attack a nearby clan, a different kingdom, maybe they could do that. I don't know. I suppose, look, if GTO are spending money, then they're going to be spending more than small players and small clans are going to do. So yeah, maybe it is the future of the game. Wow, that sounds very like that sounds very like an original song. Anybody listen to that song there? The riff to it sounded like I have to try and think of the band now. Scheisse. Yeah, anyway, back to the chat. Some clans list head of events in clan description. What does this person do? Head of events? I don't know, unless they do some special events like maybe heroics, where they might gather once a week and everybody would gather in a city and they go and attack heroics. Or what else? Maybe gathering for CP runs, clan CP runs. Other than that, really there's no events bar what they might just organize themselves. I'm not sure. Nah, too bad though. I genuinely liked Oxide. Yeah, oh well. People change, I guess. Blame developers for seasonal kingdom alts. Well, yeah, But I'm not blaming. It's not the Seasonal Kingdom alts. Sure, like I don't need a Seasonal Kingdom alt to go and cause havoc with 30 or 50 or 90 other players. I just need players. I don't need my alt. I could go and do that with my main, as could anybody. You don't need to be. If you look at the GTO main clan, actually, there's lots of players there that are only 500 or 600 million might, and probably a few even 200 and 300 million might. So you don't need to be a Seasonal Kingdom alt to do that. I know that's where they've sent them to, but yeah, look, it is what it is. Some people use their alts for nefarious activities, and others will use them for clever activities like silver. But yes, after probably 3 or 4 Seasonal Kingdoms, I get that, Johnny, that you've got 4 cities, and what do you do with them then? Use one for something really bad, and then just, I don't know. I don't understand though where they are. Like, they're obviously not in big clans now anymore, all of the guys or most of the guys in GTO, because they couldn't be spending the time that it's taken to cause the ructions that they're causing in kingdoms without being active enough in a big clan that they're in. I'm assuming that they've left them. But it's a game, each to their own. Yes, my dear, that is absolutely correct. You can one stack kill with no mercs. Yeah, you could. Yeah, he could. GTO need to learn how to set a shield alarm. Bingo, they can't stop it. You kill Armageddon and the green monster with one hit. His might is 3.6. Yeah, no, I know. I just saw him there the other day. He was top of whatever. He's generally top of all these events. If you go in and see, he'll be somewhere in that list. Although maybe he's clever as well, and he doesn't. I see Valak in there as well. A friend that's visited me from time to time. Yeah. What was I going to say there? Yeah, I'm sure he's in here somewhere. There's somebody moving clan, obviously, because it'd be rare to see a player of that might. K151. Anyone know Sharazar? Where is he? No, maybe he's not playing. Maybe he has sense. See, even the likes of Riffer has sense, and he doesn't play in a Arachne event. He doesn't need to, I suppose. Oh, maybe he'll be there later on. Has only started, I suppose. What else are we doing here? So have you got much silver out of them, Neve? I assume you have by saying that comment. I'm happy to meet some GTO. Take care, mind yourself, have a great weekend. I'm happy to meet some GTO clan and hit my clan in another kingdom. I will make sure they know it was a mistake to do. Yeah. Like, I mean, they have been burnt out down there. If you go to K220, I'm pretty sure I could find all of their buildings, all of their capitals and all their forts are still smoking, I would imagine. 220. And then skip back because it probably won't let me. I have too much might to interact with this kingdom. Yes, total battle, another perfectly fine glitch. In and back in. CP hell. Oh yeah. Capital Shield is on. Yeah, thought it would be. Clanmate has got billions from them. Very good. And do they even attempt to come back at you now? Where are they now? Pretty much every clan in here is GTO, I would imagine. Oh, one of their clan buildings isn't that main, so they obviously have one back up again. They've only one fort in defense, so yeah, it must have gone down fairly recently. There's Eris there, maybe worth a hit. No, it's mostly errands though that they have run at the minute. Maybe this isn't the main, is it? Yeah, that's their main, right? Are there multiple options to relocate your seasonal kingdom accounts back to your main kingdom? Are there multiple options? Do you mean multiple options or multiple opportunities? Like, whatever seasonal kingdom you were in. Oh, right. Okay, Neve. Yeah. Where are they? Oh, you can tell me later. Keep it a secret. We don't want anybody else stealing before we can get there. What was I going to say? Yes. So, are there multiple options to relocate your seasonal kingdom accounts? Basically, it's just a simple case of moving it out of the kingdom it was in. So, be it 1015 or 1016 or 1013. No, there's no other way to do it. You must use a kingdom teleporter. The only other way would be if the whole clan is moving, but again, you as an individual have to move. So, yes, there isn't any other way than using a kingdom teleporter, and that costs 180,000 gold. Two, 6, 1, 4. Well, it's not burning at the minute. That means they've two capitals up. Yeah. But as we've heard, they are a bit of a pain in people's sides. Right, so they're just to the left of them. And below, I assuming, is another one. That's shielded. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, when you have a clan like that that's going to cause problems, they're going to be watched and regularly not given the chance, and it will all end up burning again, because nearby kingdoms know what they're like and will just constantly attack them. I mean, it's a good way of getting CP as well, but maybe not the way you'd want it. Can you explain the KVK capital pin trick? Trap the city trick. Are you talking about what happened to me a couple of months ago, where I was attacking an epic during Kingdom versus Kingdom? You're probably not talking about that one, but basically I was attacking an epic in another kingdom other than mine, and it must have been the Armageddon squad, if I remember rightly, or whatever it was, running in tandem with Kingdom versus Kingdom. It runs the same time as Clash for the Throne. That's Armageddon, isn't it? Anyway, I went to attack the epic because it was down low, and somebody killed it just before I got there, and a player from that kingdom put a portal on the spot that the epic was, and I ended up hitting his portal. And during KVK, and that's pretty much the only time that can happen, you drop your shield because you end up stealing the person's banner. So I was shieldless and I had to start burning silver pretty quickly. But other than that, I don't know what you're referring to. If you mention it, it might ring a bell, but I've not heard of this. KVK trap the city trick. I'm presuming that's it, yeah? But I didn't think it was KVK capital. Oh, okay. So you actually move your capital to... No? Can you say KVK? Tell me. Explain to me. So you move the capital to where the... where a portal is, no? Or you put the capital where your city is. No, I hadn't heard of that, actually. It's a good one. That sounds like Queens of the Stone Age. There's a lot of stuff actually on this that's quite similar to other ones. You don't know how it's done. Well, you and me both, so Amy and Eve does. Send the attack and reopen the attack page. If the player jumps, you will see his new location. Send the attack and reopen the attack page. Ah, very clever. I like it. Great. Might try that next KVK, actually. It's been a while since I played. Well, actually, no. Played KVK during Seasonal Kingdom, and it was great fun. I really enjoyed it, like the format of it. But yeah, that's a good one. They complained to the support. Yeah, well, tough on them, huh? And support said 3 days or a week later, we're sorry, can you send us a video of this happening? We don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. GPS coordinates. Yeah, that's a good one, actually. I must remember that. So I send an attack on a city. That city jumps, and before I get there, if I click on it, but can you still do it even though you've sent all your troops, or do you have to have saved something back? You get what I mean, don't you? So in other words, if I was to send my whole army, yes, you can. Okay, good. So basically, attack has gone against my other city jumps, and maybe I'll do that now, actually. Oh no, I can't. I'd have to do it from the other city, so no. I'll try that, actually. That's an interesting one. Good to know. It's little glitches like that in the game that make things interesting. That's probably how I was found so fast, actually, in the most recent Seasonal Kingdom one. It's tricky, doesn't work all the time. Oh, really? Yeah. It's a little bit like the 0%, Johnny, is it? It doesn't work. Not always 0%. Sometimes it could be 0.0 minus 7 to the pi and all of that malarkey, yeah? Yeah. We all like glitches in the game. Ones that help the players, not the developers, right? Anyway, let's do another couple of crypts while I'm here. Anybody else online that would like to... it's probably... We're getting into a stage now where some people are probably going for tea or dinner or CP runs. But I shall keep going. I'm not going to quit anytime soon. Probably be here for at least another hour. Once we have a few people involved in chatting and maybe asking a few questions. Yeah, I've done the kick. I've done that myself. You can get your clan to kick you and still have a teleport available too inside of waiting the 15 minutes. What I did a lot during Seasonal Kingdom was I teleported within clan territory. Because we were all so tightly packed around the center of the kingdom, as you probably know, it was the same in most of the kingdoms because that's where all the epics tended to spawn. It was a little bit easier to kind of be close to another clan's border and maybe not get seen for a while. But yeah, I would always jump first within territory, unless in extreme cases, and then after that, then I'd kick myself out and just hope for the best. The problem with the kick out, of course, is players get used to knowing where the kick out zones are. Who is he? Must be an old player. Yeah, so people get used to where the kick out zones are. Sometimes if you've had one player get to that kick zone, then the next player won't get sent to the same place. They'll get sent further away or to a different area. But yeah, I know I've saved the kick zones for a few clans over the years. I had Mears. I had what was the clan that used to be on K68? RDG, was it? Anyone remember RDG clan? I think they were a Russian clan. But I knew their kick area, so anytime we attacked over there for banners, we knew exactly where the player was going to land to within 50 square tiles. Or behind, yeah, well, I knew about that one all right. So, but that's kind of got a bit old, hasn't it? I know it's easy when you're in Kingdom to find a player like that, but when you're not in Kingdom, I'll just put that in actually for Pig Iron's sake. So as people knows, it's the Heroic Cursed squad, if I remember rightly. And if you go to Heroic Cursed, you can see here, this is one here. Let's zoom in. So if I wanted to, it's very hard to select the tile directly behind it. You have to literally go out to just beyond his hand, where as soon as the heroic cursed squad disappears, actually, why is it not showing up there? Oh yeah, sorry, it's there. As soon as the heroic curse squad name disappears, you know you're on just the tile behind. You can click on that and you can click teleport, and that will put you directly behind that. I'll do it. I have loads of teleports. Now, if I didn't have my shield on, for anybody who's looking, that leaves me a little bit hidden behind the heroic. Apart from that, if somebody's playing on mobile, it's actually very hard on mobile to click on the tile that's directly behind. On a PC, it's a little bit easier because you can select that tile. But if you try and do that with your finger on the game, and it only works on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side of them, I think, doesn't it? Oh no, there you go. So I actually can't click on me there. Yeah. So it is very hard. There's a small little window of being able to click on that tile and not clicking on the heroic. And basically, if I didn't have a shield, you'd find it a little bit hard to find me. Also, what I could do is I could change my city and go with something that maybe suits the background a little bit better. For example, this one here. And now all of a sudden, if I hadn't got my shield on, as you can see, the blue and the green is kind of blending into the forest behind and the heroic. So it does kind of disguise you slightly. But the trick is out there now. Everybody knows. We shouldn't have said that, Neve. Tut, tut, tut. And now I'm stuck here in this little position for another 20 odd minutes to 18 minutes. But it doesn't matter. I'm just doing some crypts. All good. Where's Wally? Yeah. What else am I missing here? So, someone complained support. Yes, tricky, doesn't work all the time. Also, you can get your clan to kick you out. Yeah, we got that. Wait 15 minutes or hard behind the heroic. The only thing about the kick on the clan, so if you jump in clan territory, you're stuck for 19 minutes. If you get kicked within that 19 minutes, though, it goes up higher again. It's not only 15 minutes when you get kicked out then. Sure it's not? Is that not right? Nearly sure that happened to me one time and I thought that's grand. I just have to hide here for whatever it was, 16 or 17 minutes. And then when I looked at the timeout, it was telling me something like 27 minutes. So I don't know why that was the case, but yeah. Do the same for the lava event if you have the lava city skin. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, yeah. Just at the corner, click and done. Very easy on PC. I know, yeah, that's what I was just saying. On PC it's very simple to get somebody behind one of those. But the difference is, obviously, unless you have an alt in that kingdom that the player's hiding in, it's very hard to just scroll around the map and find a heroic, that particular heroic of that level. Now, in saying that, how many of them are there? Sorry, I just check a message here. Yeah. I may need to make a wee call here, but yeah, it is very straightforward. And what was I saying before I got interrupted there? It'll come back to me. No, it's not coming back to me. Just in the corner, click and done, very easy on PC. Yeah, sorry, that was it. So you're searching around the kingdom looking for those particular heroics. It's the only one that you can get behind. And I was just going to look on the map and see how many there were. So what is there now? There's about 2, 4, 6. There's 6 of them currently in the kingdom. And to find those 6, actually, sorry, there's more because the 38 is the same. So there is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 12 of them. But obviously there is a scenario that you might not be able to get behind one. For example, you wouldn't necessarily want to put one behind this one because it's very obvious with the sand background. You're better off looking for one. Again, that one's not great. You're better off looking for something like that, which is in an area that there is some foliage around, that if you use your city. But it is hard for a player to be able to find them, obviously, unless scrolling. You're welcome, Kevin. I hope that is of some help to you, my friend, and thanks again for dropping in and asking the questions. Anybody else who's joining the channel, don't be afraid to drop in and say hello and post any questions you may have. I am just going to set up a new channel here for new players. I'm sure we can think of another word for it. And create. Okay, so we've called that new player poaching. I need to edit that one. I'll do that later. That'll do for now. And there we go, back again. Gucci, hello my friend. Thank you for dropping in. I hope you're well today. Hope the Friday is treating you well. Does anybody know, there was a guy on the stream there last, on the 15th, and his username on here was Warchild Skateboards. Anybody know who that was, actually? Because I wanted to have a chat with him, and I couldn't find him. I'm sure his username in the game isn't that. But yeah, I'm just wondering if anybody knows who that might have been. If you do, if you could hit me up afterwards or message me on Discord, I would appreciate that, please. He may even be on Discord, but like I say, he's not on with that username. What else will we do? Just keep doing a bit of crypting, I guess. Back to the crypts. I'm not going to bother with Arachne, as has been already mentioned. It is a bit of a wasteful event unless you are really pushing for points. Actually, in saying that, I might do a few because I really need to get some points onto my season's legacy. And Crypt Raiders at the minute, I'm not even going to rank in that, so I'm not doing that for that reason. What else? I suppose I could do... Oh, excuse me. I suppose I could do an attack on Arachne Squad. If it gets low enough that I might be able to kill it, then I might do it. Let's have a look and see how many Arachnes there is, and has anybody attacked them yet. 912. They start at 9 something, 912, don't they? There's 841. And 590. So that's probably getting close to a lower stack, so maybe we'll do a little attack on this. Waste a bit more gold. What's the VP like, actually? Who's still here that would know? What's the VP XP like on the Arachne Squad, even though it's only a shitty one chest? Who we use? Let's have Herc and Cleo. That's a given. Give her the this artifact, Farah's crown, and I'm pretty sure she has... No, I must have taken them off. Oh, where did I put them? He has his on. There we go. And back into Cleo. And then lastly, I think we will have... Let's bring Logos, because he's going to give a boost to Epics. And we leave him with his specialist artifact on the crown of the forest and the heart of the forest. And let's go and see next what my leadership is like. It's 506,000. After getting the heart artifact, do you get its frags from normal summoning? No, you get frag bonuses from normal summoning. So all you can do is increase the bonus on the artifact, i.e. this one here. Sorry, the random bonuses. Yeah, so basically you can increase. Yes, you can increase. No, go back in here. You can increase the random bonuses only using those frags. You can't increase the star level, unfortunately. Yet another reason to detest the game. Okay, so where was they? 506,000. Let's go to my main and how am I going to do this? Okay, so this is Hercules main, and we're looking at 506,000. So back to my troop calculator, which will be very handy for this. Probably 1,000. Okay, close. Go 13, go 1,200. No, too many. Go 1,100. 509, getting close. 1050. No. 1080. Don't mind me, I'm just doing a bit of calculation here. 1090. Okay. 1095. I'm going to probably have to train troops as well, actually, to do this. 506, right, so that's too many, so let's go 1090. Okay, let's see if we can bring enough. First things first, let's get back into Great Marshal. Let us turn on Valor points. Strength and health is on already. It's going to be a slow march, unfortunately. Everything else is as it should be. And I'm just going to select my troops now. Let's just throw in the last of these, actually, because they're nearly out. Bring all of those, and all of those, and all of those. And I may as well stick all my monsters in as well, so I get a really good... Now, I won't waste them, actually. Let's go see what I can bring in monsters. We're looking at 60. What have we got? 126. Right, okay. Well, let's change this up a bit. So let's go with 60, 60, 60, 60. Again, I'm working off this troop calculator, and I want to get the most out of these rather than just burn them. And we're at 300, so yeah, we are in the 300s for the top one. And then we're up to the main troops, and we are 1090. Do I have enough troops, actually? No, I don't. I need those. Okay, so I just want some specialist riders. Let us see. I thought I needed more than that, but anyway. Let's have Helen back in here. Should be enough to do it. And I want specialists. And let's have 30k of those. And 58, let's go with 47. Okay, and back to the captain's panel, and let's get ready then for attack. What is the attack? Distance and speed, 3 minutes, it's okay. Right, we went with all of those. No, we will go with the Mark Hunters at the right quantities, and that is 1751, 1751. And then Pandas are full amount. And then on the monsters, let me just click across to the chat, see if anybody's saying anything. Is the 1.5 bounce from wearing a full set of armor with your hero better than 2 times clan strength bonus from Heyman? I suppose that depends on the gear. What's that now? Do not use red Ragnarok gear. Make sure you just use the yellow because that's just better spending. I know, yeah. But I don't have a full set of the yellow gear. I don't think. So I'm just going to use it for this one hit. I'm only going to try 1 kill or maybe 2 attacks. Yeah, so I'm just going to use it for this one. Otherwise, no, I wouldn't use it. Not on Arachne. It's not, as you say, worth the time. Let's just put these in right. 60, 60, 60, 60. Let me just go 110. And then we're full 300s. Just got 300 actually. And then let's fill these in as per our sheet. So we are 1090 and 1064 and 1. No, it's 2009. 209 and 1970. This is the boring part of getting all the troops set up correctly. And G910 921 specialists 11492. But once I do it once, at least it will memorize it for the next time. G8 1971 and 21681 and Melly 21863 and 21821 and 22963 and 23005. And then to the last few, we're at 43, no, 43340 and 43383. Anybody who's just logged in now is wondering what the hell I'm doing. I'm just taking the numbers off the troop calculator sheet and inputting them in for an attack against Arachne squad. I could probably die before I get there. What is this? 39421, 39421. No, I don't have enough of them. Oh, that's why. 39421. And lastly, but not least, 39463. Okay, and then just throw in a sprinkling of catapults to bring me up to my level. I have everything else I need, and let's start the march. What are we down to now? 531. So this definitely won't be a kill unless they're going to take more points off it before I get there. Four, 3, 3. What is that actually? 13. I should be close enough. 13. I don't know. I can't remember. I think it's about 11 or 12 million I can normally hit for. But by the time I get there, if we come in now fast, we should get it with 10 seconds. So this should be a kill. Unless I have very overestimated my hit power on Arachne, since it's been that long since I've done it. Oh my god, I did. I did overestimate it. I left 47.9. Well, it sucks to be me. Go on. Whoever that is probably going to take it, but let's go again. Is it gone? Of course it's gone. 47 million. Scheisse! That's kind of annoying. That's the lack of mercs. Simple as that. That's what that's down to. I made 2 yellow last Ragnarok. It's easy to do. Oh no, it is. Yeah, I know. I will do it myself. It was very hard to get, but only on a couple of attacks. Yo, sorry, yellow as opposed to yeah. The top yellow. Yeah, next Ragnar I plan on getting a full set for Herc at the very least, and I can swap it around then as I need it. But yeah, that was a bit of an epic fail there. And bring me back up there again. What did I get for that anyway? I managed to rank 93. I won't stay there for long. Although I find it's easier to rank. What is the ranking even worth it? 10%, excuse me, to captain's leadership for 7 days. I might hit it again at some stage if I see another one that's on its last legs. But I am kind of surprised that I didn't kill that, to be honest. 951, 2 trillion of a hit, 8.63. I mean, it's not bad. It's an alright hit, but I should have just waited once more. One more delay and them hitting it, that would have given me the kill. But it is what it is. I'll not give out life. Anybody else on the stream would like to say hello? Pop in. Don't be afraid. We're all friends here. I have to get my dragon up to the next level as well. Still a little bit of work to do on him. And what are we at now? I need 118,000 orbs. Does that make a big difference actually? X7. What have you got your dragon up to? Is he on the same as mine, or have you got him up to the next level? There's a lot of there's a lot of food from there, so he'll go up fairly quick. But that jump from 190 to 230,000 is really beneficial on the strength against players. Where do I see the bonuses actually for this? I remember clicking on it one time. Bonuses, there it is there. Upgrade. It doesn't show the upgraded bonuses. Like, it's 230 the top one. Up from 190. I assume it is. Anyway, it's a bit of work to do on him still. Just one sec here. I just have to reply to a message. Yeah. Where's my chat gone? Show the details of the attack. Yes, one sec. There you go. Click the eye information. Okay, I'll do that in a sec. Yeah, it's a pity you can't give away orbs or sell them. I know I could buy them, but it's just like, fuck. I'll just wait till I get them through the events that are coming. It's slow. It's, oh Jesus, probably, I don't know, maybe 6 months since the last time I upgraded. But as you can see, anyway, the troops are going in the direction I want them to, and all my specialists are dying. As I say, this calculator that I use is good because it lets the hits run from where they need to run from, and yeah. Yes. Okay, so back in. You happy? Is all you wanted to see in there? I'll go back in and look at this dragon now. So press that and press the I. Where? Oh, there it is. Ah, right. Okay, so it's 120. So it goes up to 160. Strength against players and health against players goes to 230. Well, that's a good jump from 150. That's an 80% jump. It's only 40% going from army strength and health. Experience points. Jesus, I can do with that now. From what's it going from? 18% to 25. Oh well, it is what it is. It's not that much of a jump, really. Sure, it's not. It's a little bit like the leveling the buildings up from 44 to 45. There really isn't that much to make it worthwhile. Okay, sure, there would probably be worthwhile with all of my my farmers' houses, because between having all of those upgraded probably would amount to something, and maybe with the barracks. But apart from that, the other things really don't need to be 45. I suppose once you've done that, you've done them all anyway. I did tell you about my barracks. I have them strewn all around the place now. Got rid of the mines. The little problem I ran into with my Atar and deleting that, and then finding out that I still needed rage potions. Good disaster. It's a pity we can't trade talent points, talent resets. Yeah, for sure. What have I got in the talent points? 4,478. Gone to the highest bidder in the corner of the room. Calculation is good. Yep, I'm pretty happy with it, I have to say. No, the guy who set it up is brilliant. He has it literally down to a T, as they say. Yes, Neve. Shoot. If I can answer it, I certainly will. If I can't, I will certainly be able to get you the answer. Put it that way. Let's go and have a look at these epics. No, as in the other captain slots. Or no, just on, you're talking about on the calculator itself. I kind of can't really bring it up. Sorry, we're getting crossed wires here. So are you asking me about the slots for the other captains? That's no, if you're using your hero, do you keep the slots for captains empty? Okay, that's actually a very good question and a good point, because as you know, you are using it, I assume, yeah? I'm pretty sure you are, but as you know, what I said in the crash course video was that you had to remove the other captains when you were inputting your strength and health for your specialists and guardsmen, and that your hero had to be naked, and that your captain that you were going to use, or hero that you're going to use, in which case then you would remove them, and your hero would have on whatever gear he was going to attack with. But the key thing is that you want the bonuses to only apply to the captain / captains or hero that you're using in the attack. But I've just thought of something. So when I don't think it would affect it. I was going to say, so let's just say I was using the hero, Armageddon. and I had all the epic gear on him, and I've removed all the captains, and then I go into my army, and I go to my specialists, and I go to my melee first, and I scroll down, and I see strength, whatever it is. I know I'm on, what am I on now? Why is that so low, actually? Oh, it's just because the gear he's wearing. No, it's not. Why am I so low? Anyway, who cares? So yes, you go in there and you take these values, the strength value, the health value, and you do that for the melee, the ranged, the mounted, and the flying units, etc., etc. Then you do the same for the guardsmen. And then you have all your details then, and you can input your leadership amount. So you click on the squad you want to attack, you click attack, you include your dragon, and then you take your leadership value of 405,000. And you just increase your top level troop to that, i.e. in that case, if you have G9 Corax, you'd be putting G9 Corax as your top number. So you put in a figure, say 300 or something like that, and just check what your leadership is like. But if you then bring more captains in, so for example, if I was to bring Wu Zetian into the panel, then if I then actually, sorry, let's not use her. Let me just show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we go to ranged. All right, let's say he's going to attack, and ranged are going to be included. So the ranged strength currently is plus 1532.5% with no other captains. If I was to put in Minamoto in this spot, and I went back in there to the ranged, you can see what it's jumped up to. So in the case of you sending a battle with just your hero, that's why you have to take or remove all captains out, because they are upsetting the apple cart and misreading or misshowing what the strength is for the one hero or the one captain or three captains that you're going to use. So it is all specific and indicative of that, if that makes sense. And what the numbers change when we add captains, so does the calculations become void then? Yeah, they do. And this is the thing. So what I have done, or what I do basically, is I make one for each scenario. So for example, I had 5 open when I was playing Seasonal Kingdom, because I was jumping back between Seasonal Kingdom and main. And what I was doing was I was setting my first one up, setting it up for using Hercules with his epic armor on my main. And then I basically just saved that sheet as Hercules main and whatever level he was at the time. Now at the time he was 415. Since then I think he's gone up to 417 or 418. Yeah, 417. So that alone will mean that the troop strength and health values will have to be put in again. So it is kind of awkward. It is certainly harder to do when you're lower level, because they're going to change really fast. If you sent attack against an Arachne squad using A-Day, Ingrid and maybe Amanitor or something like that, and they jumped up like by 6 or 7 levels for 1 or 2 hits, you're going to have to go back in and do that whole selection again. It's slightly different once you get up to the high levels, because, as you know, it takes a lot to level up a captain when the captain's up around the 400 mark or more. So yeah, if the bonuses change, that was something that happened a lot in Seasonal Kingdom, because there was so many bloody bonuses running at the same time. It's not a major problem. It wasn't affecting the hit in regards to your specialists dying before your guardsmen, but it wasn't maybe getting you the best hit for your revive, put it that way. So yeah, my doubt there was, if you're putting captains back in, are they then affecting your overall strength? But I don't think they are. So I think once you do it and you have either your captain selected, your hero with no gear on, or no captains in the window panel, while you're doing the setup of the strength and health values, and then after that it doesn't matter if you bring them back in, because you've already worked out your values for that specific unit to attack. So your hero or your captains or captain, etc. Hope that makes sense. So they don't become void is what I'm saying in reality, because they're only void for what you have selected them for. You've set the values to whichever hero or whichever captains you're using at the time. For example, if you set them up for using Thaddeus and he gives a 25% leadership, but then you decided suddenly not going to switch to Meriones now, you would have to redo it, because Meriones is 1.5% or 1.5 times stronger with a full set of gear in battle is going to make a difference. The reason you ask is you don't like leaving the city unprotected. No, I know, I get that. Yeah, no, it's fine. So in the case of the hero, once you have input the values, that's it. You know that him going with those troops is going to give those troops that strength and health. And the other captains that you add in the window panel aren't going to affect that in any way, shape or form unless they become part of the battle. Get me? Yeah, I can imagine. Especially as you're raiding GTO clan for billions. Good. I think I'll go back to where I was now. I could be just behind her, I could be just beside it. Doesn't really matter. Sure, it doesn't. No. Pick a spot. Okay. Anybody else on there would like to ask anything? Inquire after my ravings. It's a bit heavy, that music too, isn't it? Yeah, it's good. Head banging. Head banging with the spice box. Why does he keep saying that? Yes. How are we doing? 10 to 8. I might wrap this up shortly if nobody else has anything to impart or input or request. Nobody knows Warchild, obviously. Anyway, I did ask earlier on. Warchild skateboards. He was on the last stream and I wanted to ask him something. I'm assuming that's not his game name. Yeah, I was going to check these epics actually. 6, 9, 10. 832, that probably will be the next one. Gone and 9, 10. No, that's not going anywhere soon. I should really start hunting off Kingdom. Need my chipper. Yeah, go get it. Actually, I would kill for a KFC now. Just something about greasy chicken that they do that I like to get my mouth around. Goes well with a beer. Not so good with wine. No, they don't HBR. You can literally run a Silver City. The only reason for maxing it out is you're going to get more. It's going to make more silver. My current one makes I think I'm level 34 on all the mansions, and I know, yeah, it may seem like a lot of work, but believe me, if you have a city to be able to move that silver into other than your own, if you do a lot of attacking, it is worthwhile. You know, if you can bring in a couple of 100 million silver a week, it's beneficial. You know what I mean? You will, believe you me, as you grow, you will get to the point where you will need more silver. And until such time as you get into a really good clan that is killing lots of epics, lots of ancients, you will struggle for silver, because you'll be making armies and armies and armies, and you will need silver. Like, it costs me close to, I think it's about 1.4 billion to create an army for 10 attacks. It's closer to 1.5 billion for about 12 to 13 attacks at a time. So that's what I'm doing each time. Like, I'm currently sitting on 4 billion here, but I'm not going to be unshielded anytime soon. So if you're not unshielded, then that's fine. Obviously, you can have all that silver open. It's not a major problem. But to have a city that is making you X amount, you can even just not have to worry about the tax then at that stage, you know. So there you go. There's X7's suggestion. Excuse me. But it is definitely worthwhile having one. I don't think anybody would disagree with me on that, because you will need silver as you progress in the game. Start making bigger armies. You start increasing your guardsmen levels, etc., etc. They're going to start costing you more, and as you upgrade your barracks as well, you're going to be able to make more troops in one go. So you're going to want to be able to make bigger armies, and you're going to need the silver. So yeah, for sure. 22 quadrillion, yeah. Did you just go and ask him, Johnny? You're gone a long time. What did you have to sell to get that information off from your soul? Yeah, that's a good idea as well, HBR, for sure, if you're not going to use it. But depending on, it's public, is it? Right. Yeah. Like I said, I'm really not interested in players like that in the game. They're huge accounts. It's very clear how they've got there. They've literally paid their way there. How anybody spends that sort of money on the game is just beyond me. It's just crazy. Back in the day, I had 10 all made 100 to 200 million silver in 5 days and was safe when I forgot to bubble. Yeah. Like, that's the other thing as well. You don't even, if you make yourself a silver city that's going to make silver, when you level up your buildings to a certain degree, and you also level up your warehouse, your silver to a certain extent will be guarded. You'll be able to get, I think it's about 80 or 90 million before anybody can steal it off you. So that means you could literally just caravan it, from your silver making city to either your bank city or to your main. Good idea. Back in the day I had, yes, got that. Now I just attack bad clans for a couple of billion and bubble up for 2 weeks. Yeah. That's the thing as well, HBR, when you get to being a bigger player. Even you can be lucky and you could find a small player that might have forgotten their shield and they could have a couple of 100 million. The biggest problem for you then at that point, having found that silver, is being able to get it all in one trip. And that's where you're going to need Stror and a lot of guardsmen level 1, and you're going to have good Swift Wayfarer gear to put on 3 captains, and maybe even 3 captains and a hero to go and try and take all of that silver in one go, you know? No, it's higher than that. I'm 99% sure on my CP, on my, it's definitely not 50 million, it's more. I'm nearly sure it's 86.5 million is my max, my minimum amount that's protected, or the maximum amount that's protected, more to the point. I'm 100% sure on that. I'll have to log in just to be 1,000,000%. Let me pull it up here and see if I can find it. Just logging in another browser here. Give me a sec. No, you could be right actually. What am I getting here? 36, 38. Yeah, so I'm at 39 there at the minute. So yeah, no, maybe it is 50. Why did I think it was 80? Where did I see 80 someday? Anyway, so that example, HPR, just so you know, right? So the maximum protected from enemies is probably about 50 million, as X7 says. But the capacity, given what your warehouse is, the higher the level your warehouse is, the higher the capacity is. I can get, mine's at 39 at the minute, so I'm at a capacity of 360 million. So my current creation rate is 3.3 million per hour. So basically I'm making 3.3 million silver per hour, and it's protected up to 33 million. So you could literally send it, you know, every 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 million. And then even if somebody attacks you, they're not going to get any of that silver. That's protected from enemies. But obviously I let it build up to 360, and then I'll usually either attack for it using the CP city, or I will attack for it from my main. But that does mean either having to attack an unshielded city or a wasted portal. And portals are a little bit harder to come by in the game. What are we doing here? I'm working on my caravan capacity too. Yep, that'll be important as well. But if possible, you could attack. Like I say, if you had that facility of having a CP city, as I have there, you can see over my shoulder, and being able to use that CP city to be able to use it to attack, it means then that you don't have to pay the tax. It's as simple as that, and that's why it's done, really. It's even with, look, any of the big clans as well that have banks, that all their players, when they have too much silver after Ancients event, they want to move the silver out of their city so they can then go and rank in Clash for the Throne or whatever it is they want to do, go and attack or go and look for silver in other kingdoms. Basically, the bank is there and it will come and attack your city or your portal and take all the silver in one go. I think the max they can take is about 3 billion in one hit. So that's what the bank does, and it's all just sitting there in the bank, and then somebody has to remember to put the shield on the bank, and if they don't, the shit hits the fan. Jeez, what are we saying here now? Have 40 accounts and I use them to spy. 40 accounts. Max protect is like 50 million. Yeah, it is, yeah. You have 40 accounts. You don't. How do you keep hold of 40 accounts? The farms, Sully, they're all farms here. So I think I have one silver city. You think you have to have one? Or do you? Or do I actually? No, they're not. They're all. Yeah, I do have one. No, they're all farms. I don't have any silver cities at all. Do I? I thought I had one. No, there you go. I don't build any silver, but this is the thing. Like, you can't make silver above what you have stored. Do you get where I'm coming from? Like, you're not going to make any more silver than you have at your maximum capacity. You can't build you can't build a second warehouse, I assume. Once you build one, that's it, right? Not that you'd want to anyway. But yeah, no, everything there is farms. So I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. I have 24 farms, basically. Every single tile is a farm, because it's all about bigger armies rather than silver. Silver I'll steal or get during epic attacks or Tin Man. Sit in Kingdom next to you and you see epics, and you can attack player and be sure they don't cry in Kingdom chats, and if they cry, you know they're hunting you. Sit in Kingdom next to you and you see epics, and you can attack player and be sure they don't cry in Kingdom chats if they cry. that's clever. Yeah, I like that. If they share jackpots they found, you could take that also. How do you determine whether it is a bank or not? Any things to look for, and how are you today? I am very good today, S. Thank you for asking, and thank you for joining the stream. How would I determine if it's a bank? Usually, it's kind of hard. Honestly, the banks will normally be a Thaddeus hero, because they're going to want to take as many troops as possible to go and take the silver from the players in the clan. The second thing can sometimes be the fact that it might still be in the clan area. So he may not be, the clan bank may be a different clan member, if you know what I mean. So in other words, let's just say, for example, with RRN here, their clan, if you click on their banner, you'll be able to see exactly what the name of them are. But you might click on a city that's in here that has a different banner name. That could be the bank. Usually a bank will be towards the edges of the boundaries, like that, for example. Right, that's not a bank for the record, but the bank will be there somewhere where somebody can put a portal beside, so as the bank can attack it. Other than that, the only other thing you will notice is that if you click on the hero, invariably you will see that he is, I don't have it in this case because I'm not a bank, invariably you will see that the bank hero has Swift Wayfarer gear on, because that is the gathering tool. That's the gathering gear that you want to put on your hero, or on your captains and hero, because that it boosts your resource gathering speed on the world map, which means you can get more silver or resources when you go and attack another player when your captains and hero are wearing that gear. So that's just a couple of ways that you can tell. I thought you said they were all mansions. I was like, no way, because of the number of troops you bring to attack. No, sorry, in my silver making city, they're all mansions, and there's one they're all silver mansions. There's one food farmer's house, and there's only one of those, because obviously I do make a few troops from time to time if I'm doing a bit of CP. See picture in Discord PM. I'll have a look at that now. I was looking at the picture going, this isn't even a picture. He's cut off half of the screenshot. It was only when I minimized it again I realized what you were showing me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Nice. You win the internet today. They look like Pokemon balls. Very good. Wow. That's crazy. I don't know how you keep an eye on them all. You just couldn't. You'd want to have a wall of screens. Be good if you're working in a trader's city trader, yeah, selling stocks, etc., etc. Then that'd work, because you could literally just have a desk and you could just spin the whole way around and have screens all around you, all connected to the PC. Oh, that's brilliant. I like that. Nice one. I'd give you a thumbs up for that, but I can't. I don't know why I can't actually do that. Yeah, sorry, private joke there, guys. He wasn't showing me anything rude. It's just funny. So, how are we doing here? 6 minutes past 8. Not sure if any of our US friends will come back to us. The ones that were here earlier on, not the ones that are here now. There's still a few logged into the stream, so we'll keep going for a little while. Maybe somebody else has shown me something else funny. Here's a question now for you guys that are on here. And you can take your time typing, although no, that won't work because I don't know if I changed that setting. So you, in maybe no more than 3 to 4 lines, what is the strangest or funniest thing that's happened to you in Total Battle? That would make for a really good video, actually. Do you know what we might do? I think I don't do that now, okay? Because the problem with the chat here is I think it doesn't bug out, but it moderates at a certain amount of characters, and I can't change that because it involves going right into the system and doing a lot of messing around with it. I don't really want to do that after having it set up and getting it to the position I want. So what I might do is, I'm pretty sure all of you, anybody who's been on the channel today or those who are on Discord. So what I might do is I'll set up a wee chat to put your funniest thing that's happened to you in Total Battle. And the next live stream I do, I'll try and do one during the week next week. The next live stream I do, I will I'll read out some of the chats, and we'll have a laugh maybe, or not have a laugh. Maybe we'll just have a cry. It can be anything from you had millions or billions of silver stolen from you, but I suppose that really happens a fair bit, so that's not really kind of extraordinary. Maybe you, I don't know, maybe you won the lottery and you bought yourself a few Merc packs. Maybe you met your future wife or girlfriend online in the game. Maybe you met your wife on the line. Maybe you divorced your wife in the game. Just anything that's kind of strange or startling or wonderful or funny. Might be good to do that. And like I say, I'll give you a shout out, and if you post a message, then I'm assuming you're happy enough for me to read the message out, and then I can read it out online, and that might give people a bit of a giggle. Might be just good to do, because it can kind of get a bit boring. Like I say, it's not an interactive game. It's a very boring looking game. It's not like I could just step away from the screen, drop my webcam, and you're going to be seeing action of people running around the background shooting each other. It is a boring game to look at in that regard. So it's all about the stream and chatting away and making friends and having fun and having a laugh. That's, like I say, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about for me anyway. And I think people who have joined the stream and get involved in the chats would agree with that, because they 10 errands, 50 spies in one shot, 2 minutes, whole clan is scouted. I can't believe you're doing that. That's absolutely crazy. Ay. You must have a lot of speed ups on those though. Like you have to be in a half decent clan or clans, even if they were all in the same clan. I know you said they were in different kingdoms. I just don't believe that. I can't get my head around that. I find it hard enough to keep up 2 or 3 accounts here, never mind fucking 40. Ay. Transfer silver while KVK, and I lost all silver because I did it next to Clan Border 2 years ago. And was only 800 million silver. Yeah. I've done that. I forgot about a shield and I lost 15 billion silver. Oh, I didn't sleep that night. Jesus. I mean, it felt like it actually came out of my own pocket, even though it was only what had been amassed by regular ancients in the clan. I was absolutely sick. I was sick to my stomach. It's funny, you know, the little things that this game gives you, like you're attacking an epic in a nearby kingdom that they're never going to kill, but it's getting down really low, and you send your march away and your heart's like beating out of your chest because you think you're going to get there in time. You're going to kill it, and you get the kill, and it's like, yes! And then things just go back to normal. It's how this game can just get your pulse racing by doing certain things in it is just kind of, it's funny, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy in a way, given how it's clever, but how poor it is in one aspect. Do you know what I mean? I think the fight scenes could be better, you know. But anyway, It is what it is, right? Yes, that did hurt, HBR. That hurt like hell. 15 billion. I saw the line. I logged in, and I was like, "What the fuck?" This line. There was 2 or 3 lines actually, but it was only one player that managed to take it all. I can't even remember who he was. I felt like messaging him back and going, "Please, man, I need that silver back." If Ragnarok was coming up and I wanted to use and all the rest of it, but I didn't beg. It was beneath me. I like, whatever. It happens. Shit happens. See, what is 800 million? 15 billion is not better. Now I know. Record found is 28 billion silver and paid well for S9. Yeah, that's a nice one to get, all right. It's nice to get something like that when you need it. You know, if it's backing up to an ancient event or something like that. It's, definitely a good find. That was, all right. A very small player posted an attack where he lost 170 million silver. He'd gone on vacation and forgot his shield was dropping. Yeah, it happens. Listen, you'll see it. There was a couple of weeks ago, I think it wasn't in Seasonal Kingdom, but it was during Seasonal Kingdom. I think I mentioned it in the last stream. Somebody put up a post of a player and there was like, he had 3 or 4 trillion, or I think it was 3 trillion silver what he was scouted with. And like that, there was the red lines coming from every kingdom, every direction, and I'm pretty sure he was cleaned out. No, I don't think he was cleaned out. I think his clan kicked him, and they managed to save a fair amount of that, because obviously you wouldn't take 2 trillion in 1 or 2 hits. Something that pissed me off was getting attacked while actually playing the game. It was the first time I'd opened a portal and forgot to close it. Yeah, that can be annoying too. I remember my first time playing the game as well. I was in K74. Was it K74? No, it wasn't. I think I actually started playing on K70. It was with a clan called SOS. And they had players in there at the time that had been playing for a long time. Were there pretty much since the game had started. And I wasn't with the clan. I had started in that kingdom. And I was just going about my daily business, doing some crypts, killing some monsters, etc., etc. Hadn't got a shield on. I wasn't in a clan. And I had no idea. I was just kind of doing my own thing. I got above level 10 or whatever else. Then I was level 15, level 20 on the city. I got up to level 25. Still wasn't in a clan. I don't even know how I got that far doing it at the start. But anyway, that was back when the game was easy and you used to get better stuff from crypts, and tar was available in many different areas. But anyway, I got attacked one day. And I messaged the player, says like, what the fuck was that about? Why did you attack me? I'm in the same kingdom as you are. And they said, you should be in a clan. Why are you not in a clan? Go and read the row. So I was like, the what? So that opened my eyes up to the game, because it wasn't a massive amount of silver they stole off me, but they killed all my troops, and I was a bit pissed off at that. So shortly after that, I got into a clan, and from there, I never looked back. And actually, this isn't my account from then. That account I did actually sell to a player in another clan, because I left the game. I said, oh no, I've had enough, and I left it. Then I came back to it and started all over again. So I'm probably about 3 years on this now in reality, and I've done it on a shoestring. I was actually in the game, just not home on the screen, so I missed the red line. I saw a post about that on Facebook. Yeah, Reefer has 2 trillion silver. Yeah, he could have been. This guy could have been in the same clan as him. I'm not sure, but it was definitely one of the clans in the low kingdoms. So way up where you hail from. Would it be weird to ask, how do you transfer your silver? No, it wouldn't be weird at all. Very valid question. As I mentioned earlier on, there's a couple of ways of doing it. Me personally, I will normally attack my my bank alt using the CP city that's directly beside me. So I'll send all my troops to it, and I will make the attack from there, which means I don't have to lose my shield. That's how I would take it. Sometimes if it's a small amount of silver, I will caravan it from time to time, but generally I will always attack for it. And attacking is the better way, because if it's large quantities, you don't want to waste any of it and lose it to tax. Tax is ridiculous anyway. It's just another way of the game screwing the players. Citadel tricks, actually, yeah. So just to kind of put it in perspective, you can of course do it that way. I didn't think to mention that. So basically, the way that works is I would go and find. I'm not even going to look for it. I would go and find a citadel, and I would send a march to it using all of my hero and all my captains, depending on how much silver I was picking up. And I would generally take with me only G1 troops or all the melee troops only, and I will click start march and I will go on that attack. I will then get somebody else in my clan to kill that citadel, and when they've killed that citadel, my other my alt where the silver is, or whoever's alt where the silver is, can then place a portal on that tile where the citadel was, and when my army gets to there and attacks the portal, it basically will take all of the silver or resources or whatever it is I wanted from that. So that's basically how the citadel trick works, and that's really the easiest way to do it in the game. At the time, a measly sum. I wouldn't even mention it here, because I was kind of, few people said to me afterwards, say, wow, why did you sell it for that? But anyway, it's done now. It was worth more than I sold it for, put it that way. But I was just bored, wanted out of the game, didn't see a point to it anymore. And since I've come back, I still don't see a point to it, but I'm still here. It wasn't a huge account back then. If I remember rightly, I think it was 680, 690 million. I did have, I had G9, S8 and M8. So again, there was room for it to maneuver. But I heard afterwards, subsequently, that guy turned it into a silver city. Thought, like, what's the point in doing that? Because, well, that's what he said anyway, because I did come back and say that I would be interested in taking it back. So he said, oh no man, sorry, I turned it into a silver city. I don't think he did. I just think he just didn't want to sell it. He probably did more work on it, probably made it bigger than his own at the time. But yeah, that's what I did. Okay, fellas and ladies, I'm going to wrap this stream up now in the next 10 minutes or so, and finish at 8:30, and then I'll have a little bit of time to sit for the evening and maybe watch a bit of TV. I watch a little bit more Breaking Bad. I don't know if anybody's seen that series about a chemistry teacher that turns bad and decides to cook crystal meth. Great series. I watched it 3 times now already, and I'm halfway through it on the 4th watch. Just the writing on it is super. Let me see now how these epic squads are getting on. 909. Oh, that was the one I was killed. Oh, I should have got. 832, and finally 86. Oh, so they have killed another one. I missed it. Damn it. Oh, like I say, I'm not too worried. I really don't care for that event. Just scouted 994 million. Well, I ain't changing hero all for that. Go get it. Was that in your friends next door? GTO, C3PO, R2D2? Did you have your Chinese? Spice bag, not spice box, right? good music tonight. Actually, I enjoyed that little set of Epidemic Sounds tracks. There was a few in there that sounded very similar to tracks that I would know of in mainstream music. Kind of good like that. You can search for things like that. Nope. Oh well. Which players normally have a lot of silver saved, or do you just look around and get lucky? I just look around and get lucky. Sometimes I go by ingots. If there's a lot of ingots on show and their city isn't burning, that's normally what I would look for, but I know a lot of people just leave them. Getting Indian tonight, better with beer. Yeah, good point. Oh, actually, I'd love an Indian now. Oh, yo. Had a sandwich before I came online. That was at whatever time. 4 o'clock, chicken sandwich, and I am getting hungry now. Nice korma or something, maybe a bit spicy. I like spicy food. So yeah, HPR, just get lucky. Just the more you search, the more you scout, you will get used to. Look at this guy. 2 people coming up here, huh? No, he's been pointing at me, putting scouts in there. Why is there 2? Oh, one of them's on my alt. No, they were both on the same one. That's odd. Golden Knights. He missed a trick there. He should be Robin Da Hood, not Robin the Hood. Anyway. Tikka masala. That's nice too, yeah. Indian. Yeah, no, I think I will actually. I think I just will get myself an Indian. You have me with the hunger now. It's not me. No, I didn't blame you. It wasn't me anyway. I don't care. They can scout away. There's nothing in there. And there's nothing in mine either. My all my troops are away, tucked up in bed for the night in the fort. Players below 10 million might have a lot. They don't know how to protect. Also, clan wealth is good to know. 300 million is okay enough. There you go. So that's a good one. And straight after Ancients. Oh, yeah, for sure. You see any city that's unshielded after the Ancients. It's good sometimes, HPR, to just sit and watch. So if you watch a nearby kingdom and pick a player or pick a clan that has players that you think you'd be able to attack, and just basically when Ancients event comes up, wait until you see them attacking the Ancients, pick a few cities that may be unshielded, and if there's enough of them attacking, they might be online and they might open their chests straight away, and then obviously you can go and try and get it. But just bear in mind that they may put a shield up when you start to attack, so it is hit and miss. There's been times I've scouted 40-50 cities or more and found maybe 30 million were taken between that amount, and there's other times I've just scouted 5 and all of a sudden bang, I might find something with a couple of 100 million. So it is just it is trial and error. You will get used to what to be looking for. But for smaller players, as X7 says, you will find silver from time to time, and it'll be easy stolen because they won't have anything really to protect it. So start small, and as I say, just save it as you go along. Get yourself a wee bank, and put your silver into there each time you get it, and then happy days. You can then save it and have it for when you really need it. Nearly at the bottom of my beer. Yeah, I think I'm done with all of the epics tonight. I'm not going to really be hitting anything else. That Arachne squad isn't worth the time. Am I still at 93? No, so I've gone into the 100. I'll see. I might do it tomorrow. 8-6, gone up to 20. No, I probably won't. It really is a waste of troops. But that seasonal legacy is the only reason I would be doing it, to try and boost that. But I think the plan now is to start hitting, start doing some CP and try and squeeze the points out that way. Okay, thanks to Neve. I'm going to go and have something to eat. And tomorrow I'm going to go and enjoy a 50th birthday party in the Midlands. Should be a bit of fun. Haven't seen the guys in years. And yeah, we get together and have a laugh and have a chat and have a bit of food. And I might even watch rugby tomorrow, actually. There's rugby matches tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon, I think the Box are playing New Zealand, if I remember rightly. And then the evening game is maybe New Zealand. I think New Zealand are playing as well. Can't remember now. Yes, we are watching a rugby match tomorrow evening. When you found a jackpot, save the chords in Excel so you know the players are stupid and watch them next week again. Yep, that's a very good point. I normally do that myself. An Excel sheet, though, I haven't done, but then I suppose when you've got 40 alts, you need to have an Excel sheet because you probably have hundreds of cities that you go to. But I would just normally save the cities in my landmarks there. That is what I would do, and then I can remember where they were and go back and visit them again. But yeah, an Excel sheet is certainly a good way to do it for sure. Okay guys, I am going to wrap this stream up for today. Thank you very much all for joining me. I enjoyed your company. Hopefully there was something for somebody to pick out of this video if they're looking at it off the live stream later on. And yeah, have a good weekend. Stay safe. Be well. I will indeed enjoy the party tomorrow. Thank you very much, and enjoy your evening too, HBR. Pumas versus ABs. No, I wouldn't be into that now. That's Australian rules, no? Is that who the Pumas play? At 4 p.m. No, the Pumas, Argentina, right? I thought the Box. I thought the Springboks were playing tomorrow at 4. That's the evening game. Maybe it's New Zealand versus the Box. Is it at 8? Anyway, I'll probably get to see both of them. Hopefully, the plan is to see the afternoon one, and then there's a bit of golf on as well. I might keep an eye and see how Rory's getting on in the BMW Championships. And that's the sports announcement for today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. No, honestly, guys, thanks a million. Enjoyed that stream today. Thanks for making it. Without you guys, it would be no fun at all. So, yes, I tip my hat to you. Have a good weekend. Be safe. And we shall get back to another stream very soon in the near future. One question. Go on. I'll take that question. That's a good question. I think it did change. It used to be 1 p.m. for me. Sorry, 1 a.m. It used to jump down, but that was when the reset was 10. I'm nearly sure I did 2 runs the other evening off my alt. How can I check that? And I'm nearly sure I did one at 4. Yeah, I think it might be 3 hours or 4 hours after reset. So I'm nearly sure I did one. I set at 4 o'clock, and then I tried it at maybe 10:30, 11:15, and it worked. So if that's the case, it's about 3 to 4 hours after reset. So I think it has stayed similar to previous reset, because if I remember rightly, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, that'll be right. So when reset was 10 p.m. GMT, my time and UK time, the reset for CP was 1 a.m. That was 3 hours after 10 p.m. So yeah, I think it's still 3 or 4 hours. There we go. Neve has concurred. I was right. That was a guess. I think the reason for the +2 was down to time, daylight savings hour. So it would be 2 when we go back an hour. That'd be right, Neve. So during the autumn, when our clocks change, instead of it being 8:30 now, it'll be 7:30. String forward, fall. Yeah, it'll be 7:30, which means that would bring it back to +2. So yeah, we'll go to +2, but that's not till October or thereabouts, I think. So that change also to reset now. Yes, basically it followed the reset the same way as the old reset was, whatever it was, later in the evening time for me, and there was 3 hours after that. Now it's gone earlier for the reset, but it's still 3 hours after it. So yeah, good stuff. Okay, and on that note, I will say adieu and thanks again, guys. Really appreciate you all for joining in today and joining the stream. Like I say, without you, this wouldn't be as much fun as it is. So until the next one at some stage next week, Curf, peace out. Have a good weekend, everyone. Stay safe. Be good.